Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Pixel, and we are Ages of Einor, and welcome to the 18th and final episode of Ages of Einor Presents the Regent of Bedegar. We are here to learn the fate of our Betty of Bedegarian adventurer. This adventure, which began 28 sessions ago with the Siege of Castle Rend, with our... I'm hearing somebody's audio.
It's
Bonus
me,
mom.
it's me. I'm sorry.
You failed me for the last time.
I'd love to hear your voice.
Perdita is
And what I
banished to
really
the
like
Shadow
is hearing
Realm,
it is
and rocks fall, everyone dies. Okay. The adventure began 28 sessions ago without me hearing two of my voice, with our newly acquainted heroes on the road to Gravesford. And it is now drawing to an end as they face Lord Saxton, the usurper, and his remaining Knights of the Three Roses tonight. As always, we're going to get into the game here in just a few minutes, but before we do have those usual housekeeping things. But hey, we are either 18 or 28 episodes in, depending on how you count it, so we're going to keep it extra brief just in case anyone's new. First, on map screens, try not to spoil things. You're going to see GM stuff. It'll be like slightly transparent. If you notice me amassing an army of aboleths outside the church to rush in and kill them all, don't spoil the surprise. They'll be in chat with you trying to keep it chatty. Second, don't forget about rules. There's a lot of them in this game, and I mess some of them up sometimes, and sometimes I just willfully choose to ignore certain ones. So, you get what you get. If you want to run all the rules right, run your own game, damn it. Third, this is an open, welcoming space. Keep that internet toxicity bullshit out of here. We don't want it. Never a problem with you guys, but we do like to make sure that you know that we don't put up with people being wang-rods in chat, whether that's to other viewers or to the players regarding knowledge of the game or the rules, their character choices, or really, frankly, anything else. Again, you guys are always great, but we do like to give that acknowledgement ahead of time. And as a final reminder, we do release the show on YouTube, and it's a podcast after each episode during the following week. So if you miss an episode or have to miss part of it, don't fret. You can still catch it after the fact if you need to get caught up. Unfortunately, we are missing one of our cast tonight. Taylor, who plays Enna, was not able to be here due to illness and some life circumstances. So we are sad that she's not able to join us, but we are going to carry on and finish off because there are some other scheduling reasons why we can't postpone. That all having been said, last thing before we get started, we're going to go around and cast. If you would please introduce yourselves and your characters, and remind me if you have chat inspiration, which I don't know. I don't have icons for on this screen. So folks at home, you'll have to just remember who does and doesn't have inspiration because I don't have the little button set up for the screen. Starting with Bonus Mom.
Hi, I'm Bonus Mom, and I will be playing Perdita, the Tabaxi Rogue. And tonight is a very important night because I am hoping very much that I will be able to be instrumental in putting Edmund back on the throne. And yes, I have inspiration.
Wunderbar. Kyla.
Hello, friends. I'm Kyla, and tonight I am playing Shanty on our final evening, hanging out with our pals. I do not have chat inspiration.
Excellent.
Yep.
Jacob.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jacob, and I am playing Soren Fairtalon, the Owlin cleric / paladin, here on this final night in Bedegar. I don't have chat inspiration, but I have regular inspiration. Yeah.
Excellent. And Beast.
Hey folks, I'm Beast, and I will be playing Rise Hiskers, the Orc Valor Bard.
Excellent.
And I am completely uninspired. Hit me. Come on. An uninspired bard, for shame.
Oh, there it is. Thank you, Ham Panwich. He has been the newly inspired Orc Valor Bard. And Jesse.
Mwah.
Hey everybody, I'm Jesse. Yeah, I am here. I am ready to go on this final session. I am lacking all inspiration, so hit me up so that we do not die. And yeah, let's get into it.
Excellent.
Woo!
And of course, as always, I am Pixel, and I will be your Court of Bedegar, your Lord Saxton, and your Knights of the Roses, and whatever else we might have in store
God.
for our heroes this evening. And now, without further ado, you smell blood and smoke, and worse. The once bucolic, rolling farmlands surrounding the quaint town of Gravesford have become the site of war and death. The bodies of the invaders and the defenders litter the field. Flags snap weakly in the breeze, where the broken shafts of standards have become stuck into the churned mud of the field, soaked now with the blood and bile of the dead and dying. Just outside town, Farmer Carrick's homestead, the largest and most impressive farmhouse in all of Gravesford and the surrounding areas, has been obliterated as a shrieking psionic squid ship of meat and carapace crash-landed directly on his house, the tentacles squelching out behind the trail of the crashing ship deep into his orderly rutabaga fields. Steam rises into the evening air as the shadows grow long, after a seemingly endless day of death and bitter biting loss on both sides. But with the fall of the nautiloid from the sky, the tide turns now in the favor of the court of Rend and Edmund Bedegar, the son of Egrid Bedegar, and sole survivor of the rightful rulers of this land. Dark leather boots caked in mud step across a threshold onto a floor of neatly laid stones. A riot of bright colors project onto the floor as the boots step into the light from the nearby stained glass window. We see a dull red overcoat and a black cloak that tapers into a replica of Chiropterum patagia, and the sheath of a rapier sits at one hip. The individual, with his thick brown hair drawn into a ponytail, walks into a small church past rows of pews towards his most trusted companions. Our heroes stand arrayed at the front of the church as Silas Blackhand, Count of Ren, approaches. They have been preparing a ritual to consecrate the pillars of St. Gaed the Confessor here in St. Gaed's own church. They have also been relaying orders to their unit as the battle rages in the fields outside of town. The moment is coming. The long-awaited confrontation with the architect of this land's suffering, Lord Saxton, the usurper, will be here soon, but he is not here now. Not quite yet. But the air of this place is thick and tense. Come nightfall, it will all be over. One way or the other. All that can be done is to meet what comes and to rise to the challenge or die trying. Court of Rend, you stand in the front of the Church of St. Gaed the Confessor, with ritual prepared by the aid of Father Belderone, with whom you spoke so long ago on your first night here in town. You will start the ritual soon, and sometime after it is over, Lord Saxton will come. In the meantime, friends, what do you do?
Soren. Go ahead.
Hang on. I love how everybody waited the exact same amount of time for the dramatic pause before trying to speak in unison. Not to just break the tension of that moment, but that was truly incredible stuff. Okay, sorry. Am I have to roll initiative for this?
Are we all right? It is coming, I know. Are we prepared?
Think as much as we can be.
You are going to see Silas cast False Life on himself. Let's see. I have a scroll for this. Necrotic, okay, 1d4 plus 4. So I'm going to roll a d4. And that's that fat one. That's fine. And get a little bit of HP, but it's not much.
Okay.
But it's something.
Also, folks, I've put you in the battle mat area just so you have a sense of like what this church looks like. I am going to pop over there. Oh, nope. I need to swap. Stand by, everyone. I need to swap which overlay I'm using. Okay, there we go.
Ooh.
Roz is sitting on a pew, which is bowed under her immense frame, a 7-foot tall orc. And her hands are shaking. And she looks up to the priest. And she whispers, she's trying to whisper, but everyone can hear. She's rapid firing questions at the priest about mortality and the afterlife. And she's just confused and frightened. How can you face any danger when you could die a single death with no other chances? How do you wake up each day facing the possibility of everything ending?
I think Silas chimes in and says, with the thought that people depend on me. And he'll go and he'll sit next to Roz and just put his hand on her shoulder for a while and just contemplate.
Well, we get what everyone else gets, I guess. We get a lifetime, for bigger or smaller, or better or worse. Only real decision we get to make is, what do we do with it? I like to think of time like a kind of currency. And the most important choices we make are how we spend it. Who's worth spending it for, and what's worth spending it on.
Roz unhooks a coin purse from around her waist and unceremoniously shakes every single coin out onto the floor in front of her and reaches in with 2 large green fingers and pulls out a last gold coin. I've spent mine frivolously. She holds up the coin, and she looks across the room at everyone. I will spend my last here. I will spend it well, and I will be remembered. And she puts that coin tucked into her belt. She takes out her short sword. It glitters in the light, the twin of Perdita's. And she begins to sharpen it, perhaps for the last time. Shh. 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 And she sits in silence.
I came to this place with no hope and no desire to continue, because everything that I had loved and cared about had been hideously murdered, and I was left to find the desecrated bodies of those I loved. But because we found Edmund and a remnant, you know, quite often the gods leave a remnant, then I found hope. I have never known of the multiple lives that my friend Raz, the Hisksker Tabaxi, spoke. I've only ever known that I had one life, and I have seen it be horribly ripped away from young and exciting and amazing people who had so much good to offer, and yet they were stolen away. But with Edmund, there is hope. And he is safe tonight and well guarded by a very trusted servant and caregiver. And he will persevere no matter what. And so whether or not I survive is not important. It only matters that Edmund survive.
Soren is kind of huddled over by this door with chalk and arcane powders and like incense, drawing a glyph of warden. And he looks up from his work and goes, "There is a great corruption in the world that can only be cleansed by blade and fire. If we do not meet it on the field of battle, it will corrupt more than us. This is why we fight, and this is why we die." And he goes back to crafting his glyph.
And Shanty's gonna walk and sit down next to Perdita and lean her head on her shoulder and say, I've been seeking family my whole life and never quite really found it until I met you all. Thank you for taking in a stranger. I'm proud to die by your sides.
It will be good. It will be all right. And yes, if we perish together, and that's not such a bad thing. And you know what, Roz? No one will ever call you a cat again, no matter what.
And as we share these few sort of final moments with these characters together, the time comes, and it is time to start the ritual. You begin to bless these pillars that you see in the church on either side of the front altar. This pillar to the east, which if you can't really see, but this is the north side of the temple, so this is the eastern.
Okay. The one closest to the priest.
The one closest to the priest is the eastern. And he stands there holding a small basin of blessed water that he's drawn from the small font in the back of the church. And as discussed before, the mechanism required to bless this particular symbol is that someone must offer a few drops of blood to the pillar, along with a prayer to Saint Gaed the Confessor. And then the blood will be washed away with the holy water.
Soren being, I'm pretty sure the tankiest and also the most religious in the room, I feel is the natural option for the blood donor.
Okay. So you stand next to the pillar. What does Soren do as he makes his offering?
Soren extends out his taloned hand and takes a dagger and closes his eyes for a moment. He goes, "For Aoife, for Gaed, for all who have lost to this corruption, I give this sacrifice." And Soren slices his hand open, whispering a faint prayer for his late mentor, Bishop Aoife of Dalrath.
And as the blood hits the stone of this pillar, you can see a sort of like sparkle of whitish light reflect off of the blood for a moment. And then Father Belderone sort of tips the basin of water that he's carrying over, washing it down onto the floor. And all of you can feel that you are now blessed. And by blessed, I mean literally under the effect of the bless spell for the duration of the combat. So that's going to be a D4 to attack rolls and saving throws. And then he walks over to the other pillar. I also should mention the pillar to the east bears a plaque depicting knights bringing their blades together to receive sort of a divine power. This pillar has a plaque depicting angels and devils at war. To bless this symbol, one must extinguish a flame while offering a prayer. And then the ash of the flame that is on the pillar must be washed away. So there's sort of like a little recess with a sort of thin candle inside of it. Currently unlit, waiting for someone to light it and perform the ritual.
Then I think Silas steps forward, mirroring Soren, lights the candle, begins the process, and thinks about a lot of things, turns to his found family and says, "We won't die here today." And continues.
And as you let the ash sort of accumulate on the pillar for just a moment and then extinguish the flame. Father Belderone pours the water and washes the ash away. And you all receive a second blessing, which is slightly different. While under the effect of this, you cannot be charmed. So, you are immune to charm effects.
Is the bless a one-time use?
No, bless, it's like the concentration spell bless. It will remain active for the duration of the fight unless your opponents manage to either destroy or defile the shrine. So. And then the waiting. The battle rages outside. Runners come in, messages are sent. The administration of the ending of this battle carries on. You are informed of the nautiloid ripping into the sky ahead. Perhaps you go outside and see, knowing that you alone won't be able to do anything to help your soldiers who must face that massive ship alone. And as the battle rages on, before long, it happens. You hear a brief commotion outside. And then they begin to burst into the church. I'm just going to put these people where they are. I think Jacob has cooked up some nonsense, but they burst into the church and take up a position opposite our heroes.
I'm assuming they burst in through this southern door here.
They did burst in through the southern door, yes.
Okay, cool. They all need to make a DC 14, not a high save, dexterity saving throw.
Let me get all these people. Dexterity save?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. I've got a 14 for the armor person and lady in front. I've got a 4 for the armored individual to the north, the bald one. I have a nat 20 for Lord Saxton, starting off strong over there.
Of course you do.
Yeah. I have
Go figure.
I probably should have given that guy proficiency in that save. I have an 11 for the crossbow man, and I have a 21 for the mage. And as you see these individuals, I will show them to you, and I think at this point your intelligence would have let you know who almost all of them are. You recognize... See, I need actually not those. I need my handouts, NPC handouts. Please tell me that I made these.
You made them.
Yes, I did. Beautiful. Okay. You see, of course, Lord Saxton, who you should already have been able to see. He is an imperious nobleman with a massive maul in his hands. Staring at you. And we'll deal with what happens to them here in a second, but I want to describe them as they enter. You see Lady Morgant, the Knight of the Rose, also wielding a big-ass hammer, and incredibly heavy armor. You would know that she's kind of now the leader of the Knights of the Rose.
You mean after we axed Peloton?
Yes. Oh, that's the wrong one. I gotta actually... hang on. I gotta put this one on the... I forgot to swap something around, but you see the mage is a strange, pale woman. Her hand is like wreathed in flame, and like the skin is twisting. Clearly some kind of strange self morphizing magic has been applied to her. Your intelligence would reveal this as Delicara Thurin, Magus Extraordinary. Some of these people, however, are not known to you. The one who you don't know, I guess, can I get her picture? No. Hang on. Is the one of the women in front. Dark skin. She is bald, wielding a mace. Everyone can make a history check for me, please. Okay. Damn.
Perdita
Roz with
rolled
it.
a 12.
Roz with a 22.
Roz with 22, Silas with a 20.
20, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so the two, so Roz and Silas, which perhaps makes sense, recognize this as Kirill Ellingwood, the prelate of Ajax. So this is someone who is kind of a important individual in the Invincible Overlord Saint Ajax's regime, which is kind of like he conquered Bedegar a long time ago and killed the king of this land, which the Duchy or Barony of Bedegar is like a sub category of where the king ruled, Good King Omund. And after Good King Omund was killed and his castle, which is actually quite a ways away from here, ruined, he basically let the people who were running this place mostly continue to run it as long as they like pay their taxes and swear their fealty and send whatever troops he asked for, etc. And then there is one other individual whom only Soren recognizes. Let me try and remember, what did I call this guy? Yeah, okay. Soren, this individual here with the crossbow, you recognize as one of the kind of... He's basically a religious assassin from the order that you fled to come here.
The catechism.
Yeah. And so they rush in. Now, as they rush in the door and make their deck saves or fail them, what is going on with that?
So the door bursts open as they take their step in. The first step goes on, and underneath their feet, this rune lights, and Soren's eyes open as he's been kind of sitting here meditating in the center of the chapel. And he says, "Absolution." And in a 20-foot burst, acid explodes, and they all take 5d8 acid damage. If they save, they took half.
Brutal. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. 3 of them saved.
That's 21.
Okay.
Halved for whoever saved.
So let's see. Morgant passed. It was DC 14, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
3 of them failed.
10. This one failed.
This one, and this one.
This
all
one
failed.
passed. This one failed. And this one passed. Okay. And they all sort of snarl as the acid explodes. And if I could please have everybody roll initiative. As Lord Saxton comes in and speaks, sort of acid splashed off his robes. You've been a thorn in my side for far too long. I'm going to enjoy this. And let me add... Well, that's the wrong name for that one, but whatever. Okay. Oh, that's because I have to change this. Stand by, everyone. There's a name I screwed up. Okay. Now, I gotta roll initiative for these people, right?
Well, you could just let them all be the number one, because they're special.
Har, har, har. Very funny. I do kind of wish there was like a better way to do this, where I could like select a group of tokens and just like say roll initiative for everybody and add them to the sheet. You know what I mean? That way I don't have to continue like open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Okay. And I guess I got to roll for Enna. I'm going to go ahead and just run Enna tonight. With whatever spells she already had prepared. So, okay. I think that is everybody. Is everybody in the order?
Well,
Okay.
we should say that what we rolled, shouldn't we, for the
Sure, yeah.
podcast?
Yeah, for the people at home.
So
Sorry.
Perdita rolled a 10.
Okay.
Roz-
Yeah, I'll just go in order. Perdita, Shanty.
17.
Soren,
Got a 9.
Roz,
20.
and Silas.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, I didn't hear that. Did
Jesse, you're muted.
Oh, sorry, seven.
Seven. Okay. Okay. Well, that brings us first to Roz.
Y'all know what time it is. So, Roz feels her blood boiling, stands up immediately to her full 7-foot height, and as a bonus action, is going to use the orc aggressive trait to move her movement up to the closest enemies, which should be about there.
Okay.
And Roz, holding aloft her matching short sword, almost looking like a dagger in her immense hand, is going to cut at Lord Saxton.
Okay.
First attack, nat 1.
Brutal.
Yikes. Oh, I get blessed, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
does
then
it?
that one is an auto miss.
She will make a second attack with a short sword. That is a 9. Is it a D4? Probably wouldn't get me
Oh,
there.
you know
would
what?
it?
There is one feature that I forgot to have us do, and I don't know if any of us really know how this works. However,
Oh,
we
the
have power
martial
dice.
stuff.
No, we have power dice. Yeah. Jesus. Okay. Let's see. So I don't know who does these and how many there are. I
I think
guess
it's based on domain size.
it is based on the domain size. It'll be listed on your sheet how big it is. And I think you roll, I don't know if you each roll one. The shared group of power dice, all officers in a domain. Okay. A die that an officer can roll at the start of a battle. The die is placed with the result facing up in the domain's power pool. Do all of you roll one? Let me see. Okay. I guess we got to look at your sheet, don't we? Sorry, I know this is like kind of getting off to a lame start, but I want to do this right. We're supposed to. Your power size is a D4.
Okay.
And how many power dice are you supposed to have?
And where are they? You
Power
say look
die,
at,
D4, yeah.
you say look at our sheet.
Your party sheet,
party
the
sheet.
big one. Okay. Sorry, guys. I should have looked this up before. The power dice mechanic works well. Okay. Okay, all domain powers rely on use of a shared. Each officer in a domain gets one power die with the die type determined by the domain size. So all of you need to roll a d4 and make note of what you roll. And you can tell folks what that is. And then each of my people need to roll a d6.
I rolled a 1.
Fun.
Roz rolled a 4.
Perdita also rolled a 4.
Silas also rolled a 1.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I guess-
We're rolling a d4?
Yes, roll a d4. I'm
Okay.
so sorry. This is a bit confusing. We haven't used this mechanic yet because there's a lot of extra mechanics.
Oh, no, it's baby was freaking out, so
Sure.
I had to go.
So is it on the far right of the power pool where the hashtag is where we would write our 4?
I believe so.
Yes. Hopefully you can
Alright.
edit that. Or can you edit that, or do I need to do it?
I think I can. Yes, I can.
I can put in everyone's numbers.
Okay.
Well, I did mine. Unless if you give me 4 more, I'll have 8.
Okay. Let me see. I've got a 2, a 6, a 4, a 4, and a 3.
Oh, it did not show up when I edited it.
So what did Soren roll?
That's a 1.
A 1? All
A
right.
sweet,
Okay.
sweet, lovely
Now-
1.
And Shanty,
A 2.
got it. There.
Okay.
It should be there now.
What these are for, on your sheet, you have features and you have powers. I believe powers are things that use your power dice. So anyone in the party can choose to use the power dice, and you can choose, I think, to use any number of them from the pool based on the abilities. You may have to look at those and see how they work and what they do. But those are options you guys have available to you as additional things you can do in combat. So you have access to the Mantle of Authority power and the Voices of the Past. I'm going to just put those in the chat in case it matters to anybody. Okay? So, some of those are maybe going to get a little crazy. That could be fun. Okay. Sorry about that. That is a mechanic that both of these groups have because the lieutenants of these organizations are fighting each other. And that is one of the things that you get from having an organization as per the rules of Kingdoms and Warfare. So we're going to try and do our best to use the stuff. This game has a lot of rules. Okay. Great. Okay, Roz, you rush up, you attack. You get a nat 1, and then you attack again.
And I rolled a 2,
And you
so
rolled a
I got
2.
a 9 total.
Brutal. Okay.
And a D4 from Bless wouldn't carry me up to what I need, would it?
I mean, you have no way of knowing that at this point.
Well, I'm gonna roll a D4 then. That's a 1. I rolled.
Okay.
That's a 10 to hit. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Okay. Roz has used her bonus action and her action and has ran screaming into the jaws of death.
Okay. Hang on. I also have a thing I have to do. I have realized some things. Bam. Okay, great. Okay. Next up is Enna. Fun. What is Enna gonna do? Is a great question.
Fireball. 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 Fireball.
I think. Okay, I think we're gonna go easy here. We're gonna shield it, or not shield of faith. We're going to spiritual weapon. I don't know what Enna's spiritual weapon was. I'm gonna just pick something, unless I had something on the template before.
It was the Sword of Tathan the Sunbreaker.
Right. Okay, there's the sword. Bloop. Okay, so she's gonna make a attack on I guess this lady right here. Using spiritual weapon at level 2. 21 hits for
Yeah.
Nice.
6 points of damage. And then she is going to Sacred Flame. Which the target needs to make a dex save.
Who is the target?
The same lady. Dex save. Cha. Makes the save. No damage. Okay. So that is what Enna does. She casts spiritual weapon, putting the sword of Saint Tathan the Sunbringer right next to Kirill Ellingwood, the prelate of Ajax. That brings us to the Magus Extraordinary.
All right, Shanty, you're up next. Make it good.
Gotcha.
Okay, she is going to cast, perhaps unsurprisingly, she's going to drop a fireball. I think she can get all of you guys right there. So, unless anybody's going to counterspell, I need dex saves from Anna, Silas, Soren, Perdita, and Shanty.
Absolutely counterspell.
Okay.
Counterspell.
Counterspell. Great. Okay, so you counterspell. She casts fireball. You're both down a 3rd level slot.
I'm not. I have a scroll. Ha ha ha.
Oh, you have a scroll. Nice. She is going to move further away, hopefully out of fireball range. Shanty. Probably not out of fireball range, honestly, but... All right, Shanty, you are up.
Alrighty. Shanty is going to use one of her wild shapes for the day.
Okay.
And we are going to go with a lion.
A lion.
Lion. Sorry, it's a shape you don't have yet.
It's okay. I can make one. Pshaw.
Beans.
Okay. Okay. Boom. Why did that not work? Come on. Go down where you belong, please. Okay. Okay. Bam. Bam. Okay. Did I save that right? No, I did not.
So just reviewing these powers that we have, the Mantle of Authority,
Okay.
whatever you guys rolled, half of that can be added to your stats to potentially make like a spell save harder, or give you an extra bonus hit chance and damage if you're using strength or dexterity. And that'll wind down every turn by 1. If you didn't roll that high, Voices of the Past might be the best way to go. And we could potentially summon some help if things get really dicey.
Okay. So Shanty, I'm just gonna leave you on the board,
Nice.
but this you should have control over that lion token, I'm hoping, and you should have access to the lion stat sheet now. You may have to refresh to get that to work, but
Oh, it is right there. Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Thank you, Roll20.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Roll20. It is loading slow for me, but we're doing it. All right, cool. And then, yeah. So I think that's me for right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and charge if I could.
okay. And yeah, go for it. Do you have it? That was your action or bonus action to transform?
It was an action.
Okay.
An action.
Right, because
yeah,
you're a
sorry.
spore druid,
Spores.
right?
Yeah. I have to always do that every time to think about it.
Okay.
Between games. Yep. All right. Let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my movement and go right up here in between these guys.
Okay. So that's your action and your movement.
Yep. All right. So
Okay. That is Shanty. Next up is
That's
this
me.
guy. What can he do? What did I design him to do? Oh, he has some crazy shit, doesn't he?
I don't like that.
I'm sure they all do. He's just saying that.
Yeah, he's going to take a risk. This is fun. He's going to take a risk, and he is going to move over into this corner. Shanty, you get an attack of opportunity if you want to take it.
Yes, please. All right. I will go ahead and let's see. I'll go ahead and take a swipe at him with my claws, I
Okay.
guess.
Sure.
Cool. Let's see. Oop. And let me just double check these stats real quick.
Yeah, I mean, 17 hits already, but yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't even see it. I was just
Yeah,
trying to
you're
pull up
good.
the lion's stats. All
Probably
right.
like a +3 or 4. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. This one says something weird. Okay, +5 to hit. Sorry.
Yeah, the shape of those, the animal ones are like look different. They're NPC stat blocks, so it's a little.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Also, actually, wait. You can't share a space with her. You were kind of over top of this lady.
So technically, he never left
Yeah,
melee
so he actually
range.
doesn't leave your melee range.
I thought about that.
Oh, okay,
I'm so
cool.
sorry.
No,
But
no
that
worries.
no, but that means he actually would run the other way, like over here. Instead, which you would still get the hit.
Okay, so still.
Yeah.
So
So because
okay, cool.
his goal is to get a melee with you because he's a ranged character, so that's what he's trying to accomplish. So where you would have had to been would have made him make a different decision. So,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Alrighty. I'm sorry. Let me pull it up. And that's cool. It's a D6 plus 3
Okay.
from my stats anyway.
Okay, so
that I had.
So you rolled
9.
max damage. Damn. Ouch. Okay. So once he gets up to the top, he is going to. This is very fun. He's going to use a couple things. The first thing
Oh,
he's
boy.
going to use, he is going to use his ricochet bolt. He's also going to use his exploit opening. So he's going to take a shot at. He's actually going to take a shot at Silas.
Okay.
Okay, this is 21 to hit.
That hits.
And that bolt ricochets off of Silas and into Enna for a 20 to hit. So he actually damages both of you with one attack. So Silas takes 5 points of piercing damage and it takes 12. Ooh, nasty. As he does this crazy trick shot and like banks the shot off of Silas and damages 2 of you for the price of 1. Yeah, beautiful. Oh. Did I roll that? No. Okay, that's fine. All right, great. That brings us to Lady Morgan, who is the lion or the orc,
Or the wardrobe, or the witch.
Yeah. I think she's
Nobody, 'cause
gonna.
She's really sad.
I think she's gonna go lion. I think she's also gonna step forward just for some positioning, and she's gonna turn around and attack the lion with her gigantic maul. That's a nat 1. That fails, but other than that, I have a 15 on the second hit.
Let's see. Yep, that hits.
Okay, she swings the maul in a wide arc, dealing 12 bludgeoning damage to the lion.
Okie dokie.
Okay, now... Ooh, that's nasty. Like that. Okay, the Prelate of Ajax is going to cast Spirit Guardians. So that is a... What is it? A 10 foot? 15 foot? What's the radius on that? I should look that up.
I think it's 15.
Put it in chat. Yes, 15-foot radius. And this sort of ghostly energy begins to radiate outward from her in a 15-foot area. At the beginning of their turns, Roz and Shanty Lion will have to make some saving throws. That is her action. I don't think she has a bonus action that she can actually do. So that is it. She doesn't really have anywhere to move. I guess she'll also move forward, but not out of Roz's range. Perdita. They're like all clumped in the middle.
Perdita seeing what she did and also knowing that she is already injured and that that Perdita could get sneak attack. Perdita stands there firmly, takes her place, casting herself into a position of steady aim, and she shoots at Baldy with her short bow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. Go ahead and roll your attack. Not damage, your attack. Oh.
Nat 20!
Fuck you.
I rolled, so I have a 28, and because I'm not 20.
My God.
Now, I don't
I'm
know
ruined.
how that... And I get sneak
Flawless.
attack.
That's so
Are these
much.
the actual
What's 39
numbers?
plus 18?
How did you... Wait a
39
second.
plus 18.
Was that
How is this
67?
12?
57, yeah.
1d6 plus 5 plus 3. And you rolled 4 plus 5 is... Okay, no, that is right. And that's
That
right.
checks out.
Oh my God.
And I think if I didn't kill it, it has to do a concentration save.
Yeah.
Wait. We're doing
much is
max
that?
on crit. So her first sneak attack is max.
It is. Yeah, that's the 24.
It is. It's
That's
auto
so if you look
count,
at the pluses on the right side are both
Oh.
max damage. So
Got you.
yeah. It should be set up correctly.
So-
you can double check the math
So
by
you mean
mousing
that
over.
I got
My God.
39 plus 18 for
Jesus.
like
15 plus 24 plus 12
56
plus
or
6.
something?
You just did 57 damage. God.
That's amazing.
All right. Perdita,
Not
you
bad.
shoot her directly in the head,
and then
and then she's dead.
she doesn't have to do a
No,
concentration.
she does. She doesn't
Try
have to
and
do a
concentrate
concentration
now, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's hard to concentrate
Can't
when the
concentrate.
blood stops flowing
Yeah.
to your brain.
All right. Well,
Just execute. So describe it to me, Perdita. Execution. How do you kill this this prelate of the invincible
standing
overlord?
there to brace herself, you would see that Perdita actually even sticks her tail out behind her tail that she has been working with so much, and makes for herself a tripod. And she calls on all of the strength from the entire Hiskut's tribe that has had damage today. And actually, in honor of Roz, that she knows unfortunately is standing there regretting being unable to toss any piss around. Then she takes aim. She closes one cat eye. Yes. Her multicolored brown striped ear bends forward. She takes her bow out. Her short bow, it is not a mighty weapon, you understand. But in the ire of what she is feeling as her eyes see Saxton, the man who murdered the love of her life, she howls a mighty howl. A howl that would make... Were she still a caddy cat tabaxi, the fur on Raz's cuff rise up all around her head. The Hiskers, wherever they are, they hear this zow, yowl, and they know that their leader is angry. And she shoots directly at Baldy, and she hits that nice, sweet, feminine bald head directly between the eyes, and it splits open, and she falls to the floor and collapses.
Incredible.
Roz cheers. It's in the blood.
All right, Soren.
Soren, seeing this, changes his plan, but not that much. Charges forward, Frostbrand Greatsword at the ready, and attacks
Lady
Rose
Morgan.
Lady.
Lady
yeah,
Morgan.
Lady Morgan.
Yeah.
Do I need to declare a smite before I attack? Or
If
can
you're
I do that?
casting one of the spells like branding or searing, yes, it takes your bonus action. If you're just using divine smite, no, you can declare after you've successfully hit. It's one of those
Okay.
things. Hang on. We're gonna. Oh, I don't have it. We're gonna get on Pixel Soapbox for a second here, and just ask everyone to please tweet at Jeremy Crawford and ask them why they called them both smites when they confused literally every single paladin I have ever played with. Thank you. Okay, continue.
Pixel soapbox.
There it is.
I am confused. Thank you for. Cool. Well, then I am going to declare a Wrathful Smite as I make this initial attack here.
Okay.
So if I
So
hit
you're
with
using
this, I
your
can
bonus
then do
action. Yeah, you're using your bonus action to cast
Wrathful Smite,
Wrathful Smite
which is the DC 14 save. If I hit
if you hit.
with the
So
Frost.
the first thing we're going to do, we're going to put a little token on you because it's concentration. So if you miss the hits, you can, and you don't lose concentration, it'll go off on your next turn. So
Cool.
And then make your attack roll.
Yes.
Uh-oh, something wacky happened.
That's a 25 to hit.
Ooh.
a
Let's
19.
see. Does Lady Morgan have any BS that she can do about this? No, she does not.
Great. Then I'm also going to cast a Divine Smite at 3rd level
Okay.
to deal an additional, what is that, 5d6 damage?
I think they're D8s, and I think
Oh, yeah, 5d8.
It's
Yeah, 2d8 first level, 3d8. So it'd be 4d8.
Okay, 48s. Now, so let's start with these things in order. She's making a Wisdom save versus Wrathful Smite, and what happens if she fails?
She is frightened.
Okay.
And Soren, as he brings the sword down, says, I knew your predecessor.
Okay.
You will meet him again soon.
Okay. So she rolls a 21 on the save.
Cool. So she does save against
She
the
does
wrath.
save. So she takes the damage either way, but she's not frightened.
Yes, and she takes an additional 1d6 psychic damage, which is the 4. Yeah.
Right. So that's the 4. So we'll do that first. So much math, you guys. Minus 4 damage. And then she takes 9 slashing from the sword. She takes 3 cold damage from the sword. And
Bringing
then
us
you
to
dealt
16.
how much?
22 from the smite.
22 more damage. Damn. Massive hit. Absolutely massive. She is badly wounded by that smite. And is just sort of like breathing heavily, trapped between a lion, an orc, and a birdman.
Beautiful.
Oh. Okay. Is that everything for Soren?
Yeah, Soren doesn't got anything else.
Okay. Silas, you're up.
Silas looks at the clusterfuck of what is happening.
I'll be right back.
His hands start to shake, and he draws his wand, and as he does, he thinks of a lion, and he thinks of his friends, and he just strikes his wand on his sword and casts his blade song. And in doing so, his voice and his speed all speed up, and you hear in double time, folks, do not forget to smash the skulls when you're done. And loudly to Roz, he says, you're gonna hate this, but it smells better. And he casts polymorph on Roz. Roz is a giant ape.
Okay, wait. Can you cast haste and polymorph in the same turn?
I cast Blade Song and polymorph. I'm sorry.
Blade
if
Song
I
and
said
polymorph.
haste.
Okay,
I meant
okay.
Blade Song.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Blade Song, and you turn into a giant ape?
I turned Roz into a giant
Okay,
ape.
so we're gonna make a giant ape. We're gonna... I guess it gets shunted off to the
Yikes.
side slightly because it can't continue. And then I'm gonna make... open character sheet. I'm gonna give... Okay, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna duplicate this character sheet, and I'm gonna give... No, I'm gonna give both you controllers. So, giant ape. This is gonna be... boom. Boom. Okay, both of you technically have control over this. Bam. Except this is not giant ape Silas. This is giant ape Roz. Save. Okay. So, Roz, you should be able to have access to the giant ape, I hope.
I got everything.
Okay. So, Silas, you have Blade Songed. You have giant apes. Anything else from you?
That's my bonus action, my action, and to move, I squeak on past, trying to get a little more cover for myself, hopefully, if there's anything coming my way, and to protect this pillar in case of any tomfoolery from these guys.
Okay. Okay. So that brings us to Saxton the Usurper. Lord Saxton is going to pull out his big ass hammer, and start swinging on the giant ape. He gets 2 attacks with the +2 maul.
Gotta beat a 12. Well, meet or beat.
Okay, he's got a 22 and a 19.
Both hit.
Okay.
Ask me why I'm not worried.
Let's see. What the shit did I even do here? What the crap? Okay, so this is 2d6s plus 6. And that doesn't exist. And this is bludgeoning. I'm like doing a little bit of on-the-fly stuff. Okay.
Gus got used to being 7 feet tall, and now she has to get used to being about 15
Okay, so
feet
first
tall.
attack is 14 damage. Second attack is 16 damage.
All right, so 30 altogether.
Yep, and then he is going to use command attack and command Lady Morgant to make another attack. She is going to focus fire on the lion again. I hate to do it, but it's the only sensible decision she has. That is
understand.
25 to hit
That hits.
for 15 bludgeoning damage.
Heard. Thank you.
So I think with the 12 you took
Lion.
before...
Yeah, lion is no longer a lion
Okay.
and is a
Just swap
shanty.
those out. All right, so Shanty's back. And any leftover damage, which I think is maybe like 1...
One. Yeah.
One little
carries
point.
over to Shanty. Okay. Is that it for Saxon? Does he have anything else he can do? I'm desperate. No. Wait. No, he's good. Okay. All right. Back to you, Roz.
Roz is going to move over to touch melee
Jesus
range
Christ.
with the Magus Extraordinaire, whatever her name is. Doesn't matter. Won't matter in a bit.
Oh, guys, also don't forget that all of you have bless.
Yes.
I
shit,
should
thank
put
you.
like a...
Saving
Let me
throws and
mark
attack
everybody with
rolls,
bless.
D4.
Saving throws and attack rolls. Is there like a halo? I can
And
do?
Roz,
Yes.
as a giant ape, let's see, intelligence of 7. Is that capable of speech?
I'm going to say no.
Okay,
If the ape does not have common on its character sheet, then no, it cannot speak common.
Language is none. Okay.
Okay.
You were, I don't suppose a thumbs up counts as a bardic inspiration.
I don't think you can bardic inspiration as a giant ape. I'm going to say
That's
that
fine.
if it
That's
was
okay.
wild
It
shape, because I
turns
think
towards the
I think
camera
you
and-
lose access to all the other stuff on your sheet.
That's fair.
Um,
I'm not mad at it. Shenanigans gonna shenanigan. I would like to grapple the crossbow guy.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay. Make
making a
make an
strength?
athletics check or strength if he doesn't have athletics listed. And this guy's going to make an acrobatics check.
serious.
Ooh, what's that, a 2? Oh, okay. I've got a 22 on my end.
Yeah. In that case, I think I only get one action, right? And no bonus actions. I think that's my turn. So you see a giant ape grasping at this guy who is just too slick.
Wait, you actually make 2 attacks. So if you have 2 fist attacks, you can use.
I
one
make
of
2
them as a-
attacks for 1 action, though, and I think
Right,
grappling
isn't
is
it
a
similar
Grappling,
you can-
no, grab. So this is another.
Is it
This is another
attack?
tightly confusing thing.
I-
You can replace one of the attacks you make with multi attack with a attempt to grapple.
Okay.
That is legal.
I-
Yes.
If Pixel hates Smite, Beast absolutely despises grappling. So I'll do another grapple check, and this time I'm going to burn inspiration for advantage. I'm not doing this. That's a 23.
Nice.
Come here, you little.
Okay. Another attempt with a 23. He's going to make an acrobatics again. Now he's got a nat 1. That's a 5. So you have him
Beast,
grappled.
Sorry, it's actually a 26. You have proficiency in athletics as a giant ape. You
Okay.
can add 3 to that.
Even better.
All right. What's a good... I guess I'm going to use this, like, netting to indicate that he's grappled. I think that's, like, the closest I can do. Bam. Okay. So you have grappled him. With your first attempt fails, your second attempt succeeds.
Okay.
If this is the top of the round, could
Yes, this
we
is the top of
have
the
just could you just let us know as we are plotting our strategies who has been hit? I've lost track a little bit.
So all of them took a little bit of damage coming in the door. This one has been hit massively. This one has taken some pretty solid damage. The other two are looking pretty good shape.
Okay, thank you very much.
Roz, used movement. Oh yeah, I think that's it. Giant ape grabs slippery crossbow boy and holds him up as an easy target.
Okay. Well, he's grappled. I don't think he's restrained. He just can't move.
Movement's to 0.
Movement 0. Okay. That brings us to Anna. Okay, what you got, Anna? What can I do? Okay, I think she's gonna rush out into the middle. And she is gonna use Radiance of the Dawn. So she is gonna just like hold up the symbol of Saint Tathan, the Sunbringer, which shines with radiant light, blinding nearly everyone briefly. And but this light is gonna do radiant damage to 2d10 plus 7, which is her cleric level.
You must also make a Constitution save to avoid being blinded.
Yeah. So each hostile creature must make a con save. I don't think the blinding is on there. I don't where are you seeing that?
Oh, sorry.
It dispels magical darkness, but it just does the damage. Okay, that's a bunch of damage. Okay, everybody's making con saves on my end. And that is one of her channel divinity charges for the day. Goodbye. Okay. All right, con saves. I'm trying to beat a... What is her DC? It's not listed on here.
I think it's 14.
15. Okay. Con save from Morgant. She's got proficiency 15. Makes the save exactly. Saxton. Con save. Makes the save. 19. This lady is dead. She doesn't need to be on my list anymore. Okay. Held up guy fails. And the mage... Not great at Constitution, if you can believe it. Fails. Okay, so that is 22 damage to the dude who is held by the ape and the mage. Those are the two people who could least afford that damage. And half damage on the remaining, which is, what, 11? Okay.
Yeah, 11 exactly.
Okay, well, Lady Morgan and the crossbow guy are looking in bad shape, but the Lord Saxon still seems in pretty good shape. Okay. That is Anna. Actually, that doesn't take a spell. She's gonna... Oh, this is... She's gonna mass healing word.
Oh shit.
Actually, no, she doesn't need to do that. She can just cure wounds herself. She's gonna second level cure wounds herself.
Doesn't cure wounds take an action?
It does. That's what she's gonna healing word herself. Unless she doesn't have it prepared, she doesn't. Okay, she's gonna do nothing. Does she have any potions to drink as a bonus action? Scroll of Blight. I don't see any potions listed. Nope. So she just is where she's at. Okay. That's it for Anna. Oh, no, but she does still have... Hang on. She does still have this. She's going to move it to the mage. And her bonus action is going to be to make another attack. I'm sorry that there's so much going on here, guys. I know you're all like, Pixel.
Well,
Get
you
it
have
together,
a full plate.
brother.
We understand.
We're doing our best to give you less things
that's
to
only
keep track
blessed.
of.
That's okay. That might
I
hit then.
don't know if that might do it.
It might. I think it does. Let me look
That's
at
a
her.
14.
No, needs a 15. Rip.
Boo.
Okay, so that's a miss on the mage. That's it for Enna. It's now the mage's turn. What's the nastiest thing that she has? I mean, it was fireball, but that didn't go well. Okay.
Acid splash.
A
cantrip.
Dancing
Message.
lights.
She
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Minor illusion.
She is going to cast Dispel Magic on the polymorph.
No, she's not. Counterspell.
Okay. All right.
Silas is a hero.
So there goes another third level spell slot.
Yep.
She's gonna move over here. Actually, she's still in line if she goes over here. Does she have any bonus actions? No. All right, Shanty, you're up.
Does the spiritual weapon get a attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay.
No, spiritual
Yeah, I
weapons
don't believe
get
they
attacks of
have
opportunity.
reaction.
No, they don't. Okay, Shanty, you're up.
Alrighty, Shanty is going to cast Blindness Deafness at a 3rd level and blind target both Saxon and Lady, what's her name?
Lady Morgan. Okay.
Yep.
Con saves, is it?
Con saves.
Okay, Lady Morgan, con save. She's rolling this with a +6. What's your DC?
Sorry. It is 16.
16, okay. They both have +6 to this, so I'm going to roll them in front of the board. 11 and 17. So Morgan fails, Saxon succeeds.
Okay,
So go ahead.
Yep. So I am blinding Lady Morgan then.
Okay. Yeah, so as you are standing there, you just watch this white film drain in over her eyes. She is blinded and can't see. Anything else from Shanty?
No, actually, I think that is my turn this time.
Okay. All right, that brings us to this guy. He is going to see if he recharges. He does not. He is going to turn his heavy crossbow directly at the big ape and fire. And because he has point blank shot, he's going to deal an extra 2d6 damage if he hits, and he does not have disadvantage. He's also going to
Big
use
whoop.
exploit opening to give himself advantage. So, with advantage,
Sure.
taking the shot, it's a 12 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, wow. Okay. So,
One
it's going to
second,
be...
I'm sorry. Would he not have disadvantage from the grapple?
He had... No. Grapple, restrain imposes
It's only
disadvantage on
restrain.
attack.
It does-
Grapple does not. Grapple
This is why I
only...
hate grappling is yes.
So...
5th edition grappling sucks.
Yeah, it's very
Anyway,
confusing. Okay, so, and then he gets an extra... So that's 13 plus... Max damage. Okay, so that's 13 plus 12. Was that 25? 25 points of damage to the ape.
Barely a scratch.
He is super hosed. Okay. I think that's it. Lady Morgan is blinded. She's going to reckless attack to give herself advantage and take 2 attacks on Shanty, who blinded her.
No, that would mean that it's a flat roll now, right? Because
Yes.
she would have disadvantage from her.
Disadvantage from blindness plus minus the advantage cancels out. But that also means
Cool.
you guys' attacks against her will have advantage, so
They would already because she's blind.
because she's blinded. So I guess it's a
Cool.
It's just a flat win.
okay.
for
So
her.
that's a 22 on the first one and 11 on the second one.
First one does hit. The
Okay.
second one does not.
So first hit is 15 bludgeoning damage on Shanty, and I do need, I think, a
Okey-dokey.
concentration check on blindness.
Okie dokie.
It's going to be DC 10.
Got it.
I don't know if you have Warcaster. You might.
I don't think so. You said concentration.
Yes.
Does she have that bless?
Bless
thing?
will play. So if you fail it, if you're within a D4, we'll go ahead and roll, or just roll the bless up top. It doesn't matter.
Ooh.
But you get
Oh,
plus a
wait.
D4 to whatever this is.
Okay.
So if you
What's
So
your
I rolled-
constitution?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Plus your Constitution.
Oh, plus my constitution. Thank you.
Yeah, your Constitution saving throw, which I don't think you're proficient in, but
No, I'm so sorry. It's a lot of screaming in the background. I'm having trouble concentrating.
Sure. Let me help you out. Your
okay, so it's a 9.
okay, so you're
And then
so you got plus 3 con. The bless is going to get you there no matter what. I mean, you roll the d4,
Cool.
but
sounds
even at
good.
minimum.
For shiggles. Okay, so
max.
13.
Okay. You maintain
Nice.
concentration. Second attack misses.
Cool.
She's still blinded and therefore can't even really see to try to go anywhere to do anything.
Yeah.
Brutal. Okay, that's it for Morgant. This lady's dead. Perdita.
All right, so Perdita's seeing the room, and she knows that the fellow on the far side that is grappled has been damaged, but she also knows the woman in front of her is blinded.
Yeah.
So she actually has the advantage there, does she
Right.
not, with her attack? So she is going to she's steady aim. She has not moved, tail on the floor, short bow in her hand, and she is going to short bow attack the blind lady.
Okay.
And that is a 16, but I think because she doesn't know, she would.
I mean, you
roll
have the bless.
bless.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
I think I would roll the bless just to be sure that I'm going to get it. Wait a minute, I got to move a thing. No. My turn order is in front of what I'm trying to find to roll. Okay, it's a D4,
Yes.
Yes.
and I rolled a 1, so that is a 17 to hit.
Okay. You need 18 to hit. I don't know if you want to use inspiration or not.
But I've already used bless, so I cannot use it again, correct?
Well, you've already used bless, but you have if you have chat or DM inspiration, you can use that for the advantage. So.
Right, I get that. All right. Let me go back to where I had to lose my character sheet.
I mean, it'll just be one flat roll that you're adding to the pile. You also have lucky too, right? Don't forget that if you want to use a luck point or whatever.
Well, let's
Actually,
talk
I
about
think in this
that.
situation, lucky is the only one that works because you already had advantage on the roll, so I don't think inspiration would help you, but lucky
Right.
can help you here.
All right, so I'm going to use a luck point,
Okay.
and then I get to roll
One more
what?
d20.
Thank you for helping me.
Sure.
The turn order, wherever I put it, is in the way. All right, that was.
Okay.
Is that it? An 11?
11 plus your 8 would get you to 19 plus 1 is 20. That does hit.
All right, so then sneak attack is 10, piercing is 13.
You
and
rolled a short sword attack as opposed to a short.
It's the same modifier.
Yeah, it's the same
It's the
mod
same
stuff.
math.
Cool.
Same
Sorry.
math.
I
Sorry.
do that
Yeah,
quite
you're good.
often by accident, but yes, it would be the
Okay.
same. So that's 23
Oh, wait.
points of.
Unless that's your +1 short sword, then it wouldn't be the same.
No, that looks like the regular short sword. I think the plus 1.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything special, except I have a really super duper tail,
No, I
23
believe we
points
gave
of-
you 1 plus 1 short sword.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, it's the thing at the bottom of your sheet. So actually,
Oh.
So this is fine.
let's just kill your normal short sword, and there's your plus 1 at the bottom.
All
Okay,
right,
great.
well, but
Good job.
we'll go with this, won't we? Is this
Yes,
enough
this
to
is
do her
correct.
in?
And no, it's not. She has 3 hit points left. She is also going to use her reaction, which is called Feel No Pain. She has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage to the end of her next turn. Probably won't matter as soon as Soren gets in here, but what else can she do? Okay, so that's one attack from Perdita. Any movement or anything? Are you good?
No, I think Perdita's doing very well, just standing still for what she can do. So she's going to be there.
Okay, all right. Soren, you're up.
Soren looks at this blind flailing knight and goes, "Hey, watch this," and goes to stab with the sword.
Brutal.
Makes an attack with now is Wrathful Smite still in effect here? I know it doesn't really
No,
matter.
I
if
think
Soren
it,
hits.
it expires when you make the successful hit. So
Okay, gotcha. That's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
we don't even have to do the math. we don't even have to do the math. There's no way.
Soren plunges the blade into the chest and fully wrenches it up and splits the head in half like a fountain.
And as the head splits in half,
It,
one of
it
those
would be 33
lovely
in
little
case
head
anyone
crabs
cared.
blasts out of it.
Found you.
And I'm just going to give it her place in initiative, so it has a 15. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. I am going to roll it. Boom. And we'll just... Oh, it basically got the same thing she had anyway.
So because I didn't smack the skull of the other thing, that's curious because I said I shot.
What are you talking about? Oh.
When I killed the one I killed, I said I shot it between the eyes.
Yes.
But the thing didn't come out?
Do you think the Prelate of Ajax has a head crab, or?
Oh, I don't have any idea. I'm sorry. I just was gonna
I don't know.
help you.
Yeah, it's curious. She is. I think you would all recognize as the Prelate of Ajax. She's not from around here.
She's not part of his court or the Star Chamber business.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Okay, Soren, that was an attack. I don't know if you have anything else up your sleeve.
Yeah. Bonus action going to cast Shield of Faith on Shanty.
Okay.
Give her a +2 to AC because this thing is right next to her and it can really fuck you up.
Oh, there's a scuttlebutt there.
Yes. Lady Morgan got yeeted and was in fact in scuttled. Also, when Lady Morgan died, I believe blindness is going to wear off because it is technically a separate creature.
Okay, got it. So I'm so sorry. So Lady Morgan is dead.
Lady Morgan is dead. The head crab jumped, or technically it's a mind killer, jumped out of her dying head. And you have been Shield of Faith. Your AC is +2 for the time being.
Oh, and Soren's going to use his movement to get in close.
Nice. Okay.
Thank you.
Dear.
Silas, you're up.
Well, I got a few ideas, but all of them are lighting this thing on fire, and there's a lot of people around there who shouldn't be on fire. So, let me see just a second. Shanty, how you looking?
I am a little hurt, but
Okay.
if other people are more hurt, I'll be okay for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, of you guys, Anna is currently the most hurt. She's at like half hit points right now. But you're not that far off of where she is, Shanty, so it's 6 1, half dozen the other.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, Silas is going to look at the candle, think about what he said to his friends, pull fire with his wand from that blaze, and send it basically straight at Saxton's face. I'm going to cast Wall of Fire in a circle around him and the girl.
Okay. So I'm going to make an Arcana check for Delacar Thrin to see if she recognizes this spell.
Can you get the ugly?
She does
thing
not.
too?
So she's going to use a 3rd level counter spell. She's going to have to roll for this.
Okay.
So she's got to make an intelligence check. DC is going to be 14. She's rolling this with a +4. So we're going to be even odds here, folks.
Get that natty 1, baby.
That is a 21.
Damn.
So she does use her reaction to counterspell the Wall of Fire.
Okay.
Hey.
That would be my action. As a bonus action, let's see. Actually, I think I'm just going to reposition Silas. Don't have any bonus action spells, I don't believe. Nope, not a bonus action kind of kid. All right. Yeah, I'm going to move in just a little bit closer, trying to get into range of some other devious stuff.
Okay. That brings us to Lord Saxton, who is going to... Let's see. I really think he's just going to make his 2... he gets 3 attacks. I forgot one of his attacks last time. He's going to make 3 maul attacks against Soren.
Bring it.
I've got a 20, a 14, and a 17.
Only the 20.
Okay.
Nice.
That is 15 bludgeoning damage to Soren, And then he is going to use command attack to have what are his options with this? To have this crossbowman Titus make a weapon attack. He is going to try to heavy crossbow at the big guy once again. I've got a 16 to hit.
Hits.
For 10 piercing damage.
Be hard to miss me.
I got a 12 on my concentration check.
Concentration. So that stays. Shield of Faith is still up. And he is going to... Oh, no, he's not. Okay. Roz, you're up.
Roz would like to do a shove attack to knock the grappled guy prone.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, with this, it is...
11.
Yeah, 11. Okay, you do
Oh,
have...
like garbage.
Yeah, he got a 14.
Yeah.
So no.
I'm gonna do
Punch him.
Yeah,
Punch him.
I'm just gonna do a regular fist attack.
Okay. You're going to fist him?
24.
Whoa!
24 to hit.
Hits.
Ba ba ba.
I see.
Damage. 3d10 plus 6. So, boom, boom, boom. I should have done that
Jesus.
differently, but that's 5 plus 6 plus 7. 11, 18 plus 6 is 24 bludgeoning
Yeah.
damage. As a fist the size of this guy's head smacks into him.
Yeah. You smash into this guy, and as you do, a creature the size of his head bounces out of him. We got to roll initiative for this thing. Bloop. Okay. Oh, I should do a thing here. Bloop. 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 Okay, great. Okay, so
Am I still
that puts him.
Am I still holding his body?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Okay,
Bonus
so
action, please.
okay, so Roz, you have punched this thing. Its head gets mashed, and it sort of squirts this mind killer out of it. The back of it is like open, loose meat as the spine rips out with the head and begins scuttling about. That brings us to Enna.
Do not like.
Enna is going to... Jesus. She doesn't have cure wounds either.
Enna's a very different
I mean, she has
kind of
mass.
cleric.
She has mass healing word, but that seems like a waste for just the ones that we have. But she also doesn't have a lot of health. Okay, first thing she's going to do is have her spiritual weapon make an attack again, because that I don't have to think very hard about. Okay.
26 to hit.
26
That's gotta
hits for 11 force damage. Damn. Okay. Next.
Hit her with
she's-
the guiding bolt thing.
And who did she just damage? Oh, yeah, the mage.
Yeah. You know what she's actually going to do? She's going to cast Scorching Ray at... Actually, she's going to cast it at 3rd level. She's going to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level
Yeah, she is.
at Saxton. That's the move. So,
16.
that's a 16,
Oh,
Did these
was
get
she-
the bless
17,
bonus
and a
as well?
10. They do.
Yes.
Oh.
So we'll just roll those all at once. On the 16 becomes a 17. That does not hit. I believe he has an 18 armor class. The 17 becomes a 19. That does hit. The 10 becomes 11. So she deals 2d6 damage with Scorching Ray. Wait, did I say she cast it at 2nd
Third
level?
level.
Third level. So she gets another shot of it, actually. It's 3, but the extra one for the 4th level, right?
Correct. Yep.
Extra ray for... Okay. And I did knock off the right spell level, so this is, boom, one more. Yeah, hits.
19.
Okay, so
Nice.
she does 7 fire damage to Lord Saxton. Bam. Damn, she rolled garbage on that damage. Oh well. Okay, these things happen. Anything from Enna?
Would she run and hide?
Yeah. I think she's gonna pop over here and go prone to at least break line of sight for some of those guys. That brings us to the mage. Okay, she is going to cast a spell on the big guy. If you want to counterspell it, Silas, you're going to need to make a... I don't actually know if you have any more third level spell slots, but you'll need to make an Arcana check to see if you know what level it is, or you'll just have to decide what level spell slot you want to use.
18.
Okay, it is a 4th level spell. So in order to stop it, you'd have to have a 4th level slot.
And
Or
it's only targeting rods.
roll for it. It is targeting Roz.
Don't worry about it.
I'm afraid it's a dispel.
It's like power. It's not power word. It's like a super powerful spell.
Fourth
Yeah,
level.
no, I'm gonna save my. I'm gonna save.
Great. Roz, you have been turned into a draft horse.
Joys. Man.
Yeah.
Every animal except the one I want.
So
Wait, she polymorphed my polymorph.
she polymorphed your polymorph.
Does Roz not get a wisdom save?
She does. Oh, that's right. Roz, you need to make a wisdom save.
A wisdom save as a giant.
As a giant, yes, you do. No,
the
no,
monkey
you.
has better.
The monkey has
than
better wisdom than you. Okay. Yeah, you
Yes,
gotta make
it does.
a DC 14 wisdom save.
Here we go.
I
Come
was
on,
worried it was gonna
guys.
be
It's
like-
a 4.
Okay. All right. So Roz, you are
Yeah, that's
turned
fine.
into a draft horse. You drop the body as it falls out of
on.
your hoof.
That's all I wanted.
I'm so sorry. She has concentration now on polymorph. You'll be back to your thing in no time.
Yeah.
There's no way that lasts very long. But you were the biggest threat on the field, so she needed to get rid of that. What do I do?
thought it
I'm
was
just
gonna
gonna
be
put.
I'm
some-
so flattered.
Homebrew spell like dissolve gorilla or something.
She casts forest fire.
Gorilla
and-
glue, and it's just his feet.
Okay,
sticking to the
that
ground.
is her action. Does she have any bonus actions? Am I that lucky? I don't think so. No. Nope, she has nothing. Okay.
Oh, I think you need to give me control of the horse.
Yes, sorry. Character sheet for the
Excuse
draft
me,
horse.
my character.
Yeah. Boom. You have
Man,
that.
Roz
you
has
have that.
had some really intense body dysmorphia for the last few sessions.
Yeah, I mean this
This is not helping.
okay. You should have control of the horse now. I hope.
Sure do.
Okay, Shanty, you're up.
All right. Shanty's gonna go ahead and cast Moonbeam
Okay.
on the scuttlebutt in front of her.
Okay. Now let's see, because Moonbeam is.
It's a
Sort of
5-foot
on a-
radius.
Okay. Oh, that's not what I want.
One of my favorite spells.
Great
It's
spell.
so great. Love it.
Okay, hang on. I'm trying to
No
get this
problem.
right.
Okay.
Yes, beautiful. Okay. Bam. Bam. Okay. There's your moonbeam. The moonbeam has to go on the intersection of 2 squares, basically. Actually, I might be able to do this. If I can do this right. Hang on. Stand by. What are you doing? Okay, like that, but this needs to be maybe like that size. Nope, even smaller. Okay, there you go. So you need to. It's a point in range, with a 5-foot radius. So you'll have to put it on a point, at the intersection of 2 squares like that, where you want it to be.
Basically a 2x2.
Got it. I
So
forget about
you
that.
you could like move yourself over one spot and then drop it and be able to not hit any of your friends. Like if you moved here and dropped it there, that would work, and you wouldn't get out of melee and take an attack. But it's up to you what you want to do.
I can take it.
I'm just sort of trying to give tactical advice. If you want to drop it and hit Soren with it, you can hit multiples. But
No. It's
up to you.
Moonlight's my jam. I'm a Twilight
Literally.
cleric.
Let's see.
you should.
I do like
let me
the-
give you control of this. Hang on. You'll be able to move it
Thank
yourself.
you.
There you go. So sorry. I should have done that from the beginning.
Nope, all good. Yeah, I appreciate it. I will go ahead actually and okay, instead of targeting Scuttlebutt, thank you for moving me where you did. That was a good call. I'm going to put it and target these two.
Okay.
Yep, and at the start of their turn, they're going to need to make con saves.
Okay.
Yep.
That'll work. This guy's not on the table anymore because he's dead. That does bring us to the nasty. How smart are
So
these
you
things?
you are deliriously out of focus.
Deliriously out of focus? Oh my. Yes, I am. Okay.
You're like you're disintegrating into the background.
Bam. There we go. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Okay, so this thing is going. Oh, this is evil. This thing is going to cast Hold Person on. It's gonna on a 1. It's gonna go for Shanty. On a 2, it's gonna go for Soren. Okay, so this thing is going to attempt to cast Hold Person on Shanty. So
Alright.
Shanty, I need a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Plus a D4 from Bless.
Plus a D4 from Bless.
Thank
And
you.
you're
I keep forgetting.
Druid, so I assume your Wisdom is high. So this is
Yes.
probably not going to go its way.
Don't jinx me. Ugh, you jinxed me. Okay, so it's a 14. But you said it was a.
Well, that's
You
your
have to
Wisdom.
roll the D4.
Hang on, let's look at you.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And I think, is that your flat Wisdom? Because you're proficient probably in Wisdom save throws, I would think. Yeah, so you actually got a
Yeah.
13 because you have a plus 8, but you have a little box for saving throws and then a bigger thing for like all your stats, you know what I mean? You rolled the plus 5 Wisdom, but you're actually proficient, so it's plus 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you.
So you make it.
Great. Love it.
Shut him right
Thank
down. Okay, he fails. That's his action. This is a real bad time for him.
Which is a good time for
is
us.
going to there's nowhere to go without taking attacks. But this thing is going to bop over here. Shanty, if you would like to take an attack of opportunity, you can. He is actually going to go all the way over here.
Cool. I will. I'll
Okay.
take a swipe at him with my rapier.
Okay, let her rip.
Can do.
20 hits.
Is that a 20? Cool. All right. And then for 4 piercing.
Okay. Okay. That brings us to the next one, which is going to
Surrender.
No, this one is actually going to scuttle over to. Actually, it needs to make a perception check. It's not like she took a. Well, no, she didn't take a hide action, and also I think this thing can telepathically sense people. Anyway. Yeah, telepathy 120 feet. So this thing
Don't
tries
you
to scuttle
dare.
over to Enna.
Opportunity attack reaction.
This horse just kicks the
Horse
That's a
kick.
14 to hit.
I think that probably hits. Let me double check. Yes, that hits.
Okay, 2d4 plus 4. is 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Okay. Ouch. So you hit the creature, and then this creature is going to attack.
Except all anyone hears is.
Okay. This thing is going to attempt to use its tentacles on Enna. That is a 15 to hit. I don't think that hits Enna's armor class, but I don't know for sure.
The armor of Saint Gaia.
It does not. 17 does not. It does not hit. Okay. So that's it for the Mind Killer. I think it only gets one attack per turn. It does. That's all it had. Okay.
right.
Perdita, you're up.
Okay, so Perdita is going to use the correct weapon, and she turns and sees, she knows that Enna is hurt, and she sees that thing has just crept up on Enna, but is a bit hurt. And so she hits the scuttlebutt across the way with
Okay.
the short bow, feeling like there's more chances for the other people to
Okay.
help the other one.
Gotcha. And you're using your steady aim to...
Yes, so I have advantage, so that
Advantage.
is
Okay.
21 to hit. I'm
That
also
hits.
using sneak attack, so that is 30 points of damage.
Brutal. Perdita's cleaning up. That thing is not quite dead, but almost. Okay. Anything else from
don't
Peta?
think-
I think that's it. Peta.
I
Perdita.
don't
Peta.
think I have any
Peta
other.
pain.
I can't use anything for extra damage.
I don't think you do.
My
I
luck
think you...
points I cannot
your
use.
yeah,
for
your sneak is-
damage. Yeah.
Sneak attacks is the extra damage you get. Okay.
And I only have the one attack, so
Okay. Soren, you're up.
Cool. Bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Oh,
What would
Gonna
you like?
Gonna slap. It'll be a hammer.
Okay.
I figure that's Soren's classic. He's doing great sword right now, but he's a hammer guy
Okay.
deep down.
Okay. There's a hammer. And bam. There you go. You should have control over that hammer. Put it where you want.
Beautiful. I'm gonna put it right here on top of the great sword.
That's fine.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
It's just in the best proximity.
Okay.
Then classic Frostbrand greatsword. Looking
And-
straight at. Oh,
Sorry, who are you attacking with the spiritual weapon when you cast it? Because you get to attack with it when you cast it, right?
do I get to attack as soon as I cast
I believe
it?
when you
Yes.
make when you cast it,
One
you get
free
to make
attack.
one attack. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Magic person.
Magic lady. Okay, go ahead and roll.
So that is cast spell, make a melee spell attack within 5 foot. Do I get any bonus to this? I can't.
It's
don't
your
think I
melee
do.
spell attack, so
Oh,
Can you
it's
roll
the same
your
as, and
blast?
you should be able to just, and you can roll blast. You should be able to click it, and it'll like
oh
put
yeah,
the
I
spell
have
into
it. Sorry, I've been using Foundry too much. I don't remember how to use
Roll 20.
roll 20 anymore. That's a 13 plus
You gotta
Plus a
roll
D4.
your d4.
plus 3, 16.
Hits.
Great.
Okay, so
Give her a thwacking.
let's do that. Okay, she's got to make a Constitution save on that concentration. DC 10. That's a nat 20. She makes it. Good try that.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
worth a shot.
and then on to the greatsword.
Yeah. Frostbrand Greatsword. He looks directly into the eyes of Saxton and goes, Usurper, abomination. Now you face divine absolution. And that's a 14 to hit. But
Push
with
bliss.
plus bless, that's a 17 to hit. He has an 18.
17
though,
doesn't
he?
hit. He has an 18, yeah.
Fuck it. I'm burning inspiration.
Okay.
I'm burning my inspiration here.
Let her rip.
Yeah, boy.
I said a thing, and I want
You said a cool thing.
I want to look cool.
You gotta
in front of my
burn the
friends.
inspiration on the one-liners.
Oh.
You just do.
That's a
Plus
16,
3.
but it has the plus 3. That's a 19
Okay. Yep.
from
That'll hit.
beautiful. Divine Smite at 3rd level, of course.
Okay.
For an additional.
Smite.
Smite. Smite. Smite.
Where's my smite? Where's my? I have so many things that deal damage on here.
Isn't it like in its own little category?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because it's your divine something.
Yeah. That's 1,
Channel divinity.
2. That's 2d8. That's 48.
Okay.
So
48.
8 and then
Okay.
9, so 17.
Jesus.
Plus the 17 initially, totaling out
Okay.
to
34.
damage.
Yeah, big hit from Soren. He's not looking great over here.
Wait, didn't you smite at 3rd level?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I did 4 instead of
'Cause it's-
the regular 2.
Because first level
Oh,
is 2d8, second level is 3d8, third level is 48. And he's not
Oh,
an
I see now.
infernal or a whatever the other thing is, fey or
Fiend.
undead fiend. So it doesn't
It's
get the
fiend or
extra
undead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't get the extra smite on it. Okay, anything else from Soren?
Soren. Oh, never mind. When it was a gorilla, Soren was going to say he high fives the gorilla, but it's a horse now and it's out of range. So
He high fives the horse.
yeah, he really he extends his wing all the way out because his wingspan is like his entire height and gives like a wing slap to the horse's hoof.
Why is there a horse in this church? Okay. Silas.
Okay, Silas seeing everything and knowing...
Wait, did I? Sorry, I want to double check. Okay, never mind. You're good. You're. I just wanted to make sure
Okay.
I didn't miss a moonbeam, but I haven't. Saxon will be the first one that takes it. So
Okay. So, yeah, Silas is actually going to cast the old classic. He's going to cast Haste on himself.
okay.
And while that would normally break his concentration on the polymorphed horse, he's going to use his Heart of Rend ability to hold on to 2 concentration spells at a time.
Yeah, and
And
that
he is
comes
going
from that's Kingdoms and Warfare stuff, right? Or is that
It's
the
Heart
one
of
that's
Ren-
from
my Heart of Rend thing.
Heart of Ren?
Yes.
Yeah, and you do it like
it's
once
the
per extended rest or
It's
whatever,
like
right?
once per like 3 months or something.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I am going to just absolutely tear ass straight at the mage. Use my hasted action to stab her in the face.
Okay.
So let's hope this does something. 22 plus
hits.
bless.
Wait. Let me look.
26.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, she doesn't even. She does have shield. I should probably pay attention to that. Okay. Yeah, that hits.
For
Actually,
5 points of piercing.
She would burn one of her slots on shield, even though it doesn't work. She doesn't
Would he
have
take
any idea.
damage when he enters the moonbeam?
Let's look
If
at
I do,
Moonbeam.
it's okay.
Moonbeam. Until the spell ends, when a creature enters the spell area for the first time or starts its turn there. Yes, so make a Constitution saving throw.
That's fine. No worries.
And Shanty, go ahead and roll 2d10.
15.
Okay.
It's a
I'm
16.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, so that fails. So Shanty, roll 2d10, and Silas will take that much damage. And then you'll need to
Okay,
make a
don't kill me.
concentration on both of your spells.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot I was
Concentration.
muted. It's 12.
Okay, 12 damage.
Okay, so I have advantage on this.
Okay.
Plus 5.
And trying to beat a
Plus
10.
a d4.
Plus a d4. So,
Natural
Got a
20.
nat
okay.
20.
So that's on. We'll say since you cast polymorph first, or I guess you pick. Is that your haste or your polymorph?
That'll be polymorph, I guess.
Okay. And then go ahead and roll for the other one.
Okay, so plus 5 makes it a 9, plus the d4
Would make
for
it
an
10.
11.
Yeah, that'll make it. Okay, so you maintain concentration. You've moved in. You've hasted action. Anything else?
She has to make a concentration check to hold polymorph because I stabbed
Yes, that is correct. Thank you. She's got to beat a 10 here. She does not have advantage. That's a 6. She loses concentration on the horse.
That's what we're looking
And
for, boys.
bam, the monkey is back. And I think in
Oh.
this scenario, you're going to go back exactly where you were, and the mind killer is going to get shunted into a new square. So
I imagine just like horse flesh, just like ripping off a monkey
Yeah.
form.
so yeah, her concentration is broken, and this like ectoplasm melts off onto the ground, and like the orc is like briefly in there. Like Roz's body at this point is magical Play-Doh. Right. And so the long horse head shrinks back into like briefly into part of like an orcish jaw, and then elongates down into an apish face, and more ectoplasm is sort of drawn in from the surrounding air, and he grows up, or she grows up into a big ape. Okay, so that is everything from Silas, or anything else?
All right.
I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
Before we start another round,
Yeah.
I would like to know who has inspiration, because some of it has been used.
Yeah, let's go one by one. Perdita, do you have inspiration?
Yes, I still have chat inspiration.
Okay. Shanty.
I still have chat inspo.
Jacob. I mean, Soren, you're not a human. You're a character now. You're in my world.
That's
okay.
right. I'm a big owl man, and I have no inspiration.
A big uninspired owl man. Roz.
No inspiration.
And Silas.
No inspiration. I'm out.
Okay, so what, Perdita and Shanty have inspiration, no one else does, is that right? I didn't even know. I didn't even check if Enna's got inspiration. She does. She has chat and personal inspiration. I'll have to keep that in mind.
I just gave it to Jacob.
Okay.
So that's
Thank
one.
you. All right.
I can only do one, but there we
That
are.
Thank you, bonus point.
that
so welcome.
brings us
Get him,
to
Soren.
Saxton. The walls are closing in for Saxton. What can he do?
Well, he needs to take that con save.
Con save. Oh, no, that's wrong. He actually, yeah. That is a 14.
He failed.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 2d10.
15.
Oof, brutal.
Radiant.
Things are going bad for Saxton here. Okay, at this point, Saxton is going to make... this is rough. He is going to make 3 maul attacks against... Are there any other effects from them just being in the moonbeam? I think it's just the damage, right?
Only if they're a shapeshifter, which I don't think
Yeah.
is.
Okay,
But what if he's a mimic this whole time?
yeah, right. He is desperate. You can see that he's like bloodied. You've cut and burned and slammed this man a whole bunch of times. He's looking ragged. And he is going to turn and swing his maul 3 times. I think the only sensible thing to do is to swing at Silas. And he is just going to like turn. You're nothing! And insignificant and under my boot! 3 maul attacks coming in. I got a nat 1 for 10. I got an 11.
Okay.
And I got an 18. So
All of them miss.
he, in desperation, swings. I guess he's going to use command attack on the mage, and she has to use a melee attack because she literally can't use her other stuff. But her arm that's like wreathed in fire coalesces into like a tentacle, and she lashes out at Silas, I guess, with her tentacle arm.
Don't like her tentacle.
Only an 11 to hit. So she's host.
Misses
Okay,
as well.
that's everything from Saxton. Roz, you're right.
After he says that, I'm going to say, if we're nothing, what does that make you? As I yank my sword out of his mage's side.
Oof. Okay, Roz, you're up.
Roz is going to take 2 big meaty gorilla paws and attempt to clap the mage lady in the face.
Okay, go and make your attacks.
Oh, no, sorry. I was looking at a horse there for a second. It's been a confusing fight for me.
In the space of like 18 seconds at this point, Roz has been an orc, and then a giant ape, and then a horse, and then a giant ape again. Oh,
First attack, 26 to hit.
hits.
That is 3d10 plus.
You can actually just click on fist in chat and it'll roll damage just like it will for you. I mean, we'll take the 13,
Really?
but yeah, you can just.
Oh, look at that! It does.
Okay, so it was 3d10 plus what?
3d10 plus 6.
Okay.
We'll take the first roll.
Yeah,
so
so
that's
that's
a 19.
All right. Well, she is gone.
Pop that sucker like a grape.
Yep, you pop it like a grape, and a brain does not pop out of this one either.
Ooh,
Strangely
okay, all right.
Okay, you still have one more attack, I assume?
Yeah, grappling does absolutely nothing. I have a ranged attack called
I mean, it
Rock.
makes their speed 0, so they can't run away, but that doesn't
he's
really
not
help in
running
this scenario.
away. I would like to pick up the body of the magic lady that I just squished and chuck it at the head crab attacking Enna.
Okay. You are in melee, so unless there's an ability that means you won't have disadvantage, you will have disadvantage on this.
Oh, that's fine. Whoa! That's a 19.
That beats it. So you beat a 12, so yes, you hit.
And that's going to be 31 points of bludgeoning.
God.
Okay, wait, no, it's not actually a rock. I would say that a person's body would deal half the damage of a big-ass rock, but
Fine.
still, that's
Hey.
more than enough.
15?
Okay, so you squish the head crab, attempting to, force its tentacles into Enna's ears and nose. Anything else from Roz?
Yes, Roz goes and ends her turn.
Okay. That's going to be Enna. She's going to, kick the head crab away a little bit and, scramble to her feet and back up. This time she actually is finally going to cast Mass Healing Word. Because some of us have actually taken damage here. She's going to cast it on herself, Shanty, and Silas for 6 healing. It's not a ton, but it's a little bit. Okay.
Thank you.
And then she does have a bonus action on her spiritual sword. She's gonna go for the crab. I think that makes the most sense. You guys seem to have Saxton well in hand. So it's crab time. Blammo. 19 to hits. And that is 8 damage. I'm gonna just scooch these. I'm just gonna put these over here for a second, even though we know that's not really where they are, so I can get to this guy and do his health points. Blammo. Okay. And then she actually is gonna move back behind one of the pillars. This lady's dead. Shanty, you're up.
Okie dokie. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and just back up this moonbeam here.
Okay.
To a whole 5 feet so that it
Right there?
Yep, so that it targets Scuttlebutt and Saxton.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. And it still will hit the 8, but the 8 has untold amount of hit points, so.
Oh. I'm sorry, Roz.
Not a problem.
Okay, so you move the moonbeam. That, I think, is a bonus action to move it. What else would you like to do?
Yeah, so it's a bonus action to move. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. How's everyone looking at this point?
Like a giant ape.
I'm riding high.
Wonderful.
Soren's at 65.
Okay, so everyone's doing A-OK.
Yeah, Enna has 40 hit points out of 64. But...
Out of 64. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead actually then and back up enough that I can see her, I guess, and cast Cure Wounds.
I believe Cure Wounds is touch, so I think
That
you'd
one's
have to
touch.
actually
That's,
get all the
yeah,
way
so
to her.
healing. That's okay. I have healing word too.
But
I just
healing
can
word
never...
is a bonus action. I think you had to use your bonus action to move
Damn.
the moon.
Okay.
I know. I hate to be
Sorry.
fiddly like this, but
No. Please be fiddly. I'm reading while doing things, and it's just not.
Sorry.
Would
No,
she
take
be
it back.
able to
Don't
use
be
her
silly.
full action to use healing word?
You can't up a bonus action to an action, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't in Pathfinder.
That's right. 3 action economy, baby.
Which is, I think, how 3.5.
But we have action inflation going on in the action economy. How are we going to get this action inflation under control? We have to cut wages, everyone.
Where is Action Mansa Musa?
Oh, no.
We need action Ben Bernanke to cut the action laborers' wages.
Do you have any other little
by
camp tricks
raising the
that
action
would,
interest rates.
Scorch something or anything?
Do, but I think I'm just gonna take a little pop shot at him because I'm pretty sure I have something else here I can use.
Okay.
I am. I'm so sorry, friends. I'm still so distracted by my child.
It's okay.
Is your baby still crying?
He's very angry. I keep popping in and out to make sure he's okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I think I'll go ahead. I'm holding up the line, so I'll just go ahead and just chill here.
Okay.
And yeah, having moved my moonbeam. Good.
Okay. All right. This brain thing has to do its moonbeam. So go ahead and roll your 2d20. This guy is going to make a con save. 18 makes the save, so he'll take half this damage. Okay, 15, so that'll be 7 damage on the successful save. And then he is going to squirrel right over and attack Silas.
Okie dokie. Hit me.
Don't hit him.
The tentacles. Come on. Did that go? Okay. 6.
6 doesn't hit.
That's a no. Okay. The other one is already dead. Perdita, you're up.
All right. Well, Perdita certainly wants Saxton dead, but she thinks something is going to come out of Saxton's head when she kills it. So I really think that she's gonna aim for that nasty brain thing first.
Okay.
Just thinking, let's get rid of one brain thing before we get another one.
Okay.
So she still has her steady aim. She's still using her short bow, and she fires at the brain.
Okay.
And that is a 17 to hit
17 hits the brain.
for 31 points of damage.
Yeah, there's no way. That's a dead brain.
Very good.
Okay.
And then, she can't move, but she's going to make eye contact with Saxton, and she's just going to say, Bedegar is alive.
Okay. Soren, you're up.
I can't think of anything cool to say. This big bird's about to kick your ass. And first bonus action, bring the spiritual weapon in.
Okay.
First swing.
All right.
So that is going to be a d20 plus 6. Where is that? Where's that? Oh my god!
You can just click spiritual weapon.
Save.
I'm looking for it on my character sheet.
Second level spells.
Yep, there it is. That's an 11, which wouldn't hit even if I did the
Yes.
D4. So that's a big old nothing.
Okay.
And then come at him with the frost brand.
Okay.
16 plus 3, 19.
Hits.
The first bit of damage from the divine smite is 6, and then I do another 2d6.
Okay.
For another 7, so that
There's
13 from the smite and
10,
16 from the regular,
12,
29.
minus 7.
29.
Okay, he is on death's door, but he has not crossed the threshold.
The Lord of Bedegar will have you.
That was good. That was good.
Okay, Silas, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to look at Saxton, and I'm going to say, Does your species not have humility? You could have had it all. You had more than enough. But you just had to keep taking. And that's what cost you.
He was weak. He deserved what was coming to him.
And I'm actually going to bonus action, or I'm not bonus action, hasted action disengage.
Okay.
Silas is going to take his one and spin a circle around him, and I'm going to cast Magic Missile at 3rd level.
Okay.
How many is that? Remind me, DM. That should be
3rd level, 5.
Okay. So
first level would be 3, second is 4, third is 5.
/roll
5d4 plus 5.
d4 plus 5. And as you see the circle of 5 missiles, he pushes it for 17 damage.
Brutal. These missiles slam into Saxton's body, which we see sort of falling in like slow motion. Blood bubbling out of his mouth down into his blonde beard. His armor, his chest plate is dented in by the force of the magical blows, and with a finality, he falls onto the ground and bounces, dead.
Okay. And then I'm going to look at the monkey and say, smash the head!
Yeah, you begin to smash the head, and the head sort of splatters on the floor of the church, on the stones. And you can see as you hit it, the whole like nervous system of the body is causing it to spaz and jerk. And then a sort of bubbling begins beneath the flesh. And a bubbling begins beneath the flesh of all the dead here in the church. And slowly they begin to melt down into like a reddish sort of goo of bone and flesh. You see bits of person before coalescing themselves in the center of the church into a hulking monstrosity of flesh and teeth.
What?
It turns, and it has sort of several, I mean, it has eyes in it everywhere. There's like 10 eyes. It has various teeth. Its body is kind of amorphous, and it's sort of like it grows limbs as it needs them to sort of move around the space. And it speaks. What languages does everyone speak?
I'm a monkey. I speak no languages.
Okay.
Common, halfling, orc, and sylvan, and thieves can't.
Common, infernal, celestial, and abyssal.
Damn.
Okay.
Draconic, Dwarven, Elvish.
Sorry, common and thieves can't. And that's it.
Okay, so nobody understands this to begin with, but you do hear nonetheless. Hey everybody, so due to an unfortunate audio error, there's actually a portion of the original audio from the episode that, when I was using my voice changer, just didn't get picked up at all. And so I'm going to attempt to semi-recreate that audio. It starts with a bunch of gibberish in deep speech, but I'm not going to redo that. I'm just going to redo the part that the corpse beast says to everybody. So it's sorry for the confusing thing here, but this is just a recreation to try to make it obvious like what we're referring to and what they said. So here goes. This is what the corpse beast said to our heroes when it arrived.
Matters of a single errand mean nothing. Whether we are stopped here is of little consequence. In the end, all will be ours. We are coming. We are coming. And you won't even live to see it.
Yeah, so that is what goes there. So we're gonna cut back to the actual video now, and then we go to break immediately. But apologies to everyone. Yeah, I kind of still don't know what happened with the tech, but I screwed it up. So I'm just chopping this in. Great. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Okay. Well, hopefully that worked. I think some of my voice changer didn't quite work out the way I hoped, but I hope everyone heard all of that.
Well, I heard it, but I didn't catch it all.
It's
Is
fine.
there a chance we could? Okay. They're
More or
coming
less,
after us.
They're coming. We won't live to see the end.
It's bad, and this thing doesn't like you. I guess we're gonna keep the same initiative, but this thing's gonna roll initiative.
Could we have a 5-minute break, please,
Sure.
before it does, since we're going to go into another big
Yeah, I
horrible
need some emotional recovery time.
Okay, so
You
we're gonna
need
take a
some
quick break,
physical.
folks, and we'll be back here in just a minute.
I need to think of some one-liners.
Yeah, think of something like that. Alrighty, and welcome back, everybody. When last we left our heroes mere moments ago, they were watching the bodies of all of the people they had killed in this church, which incidentally is now just covered in streaks of blood and gore, slurp together and dissolve into this corpse beast creature, which spoke to them initially. I don't think any of them would recognize it. Spoke to them in deep speech, and then reiterated itself in common, just to make sure that they did, in fact, understand. I'm gonna put some blood everywhere. There's a lot of blood over here because you guys killed a lot of people over here. Let's see. And then there's just streaks of blood. Big bloody streaks.
Nasty.
All over the place. I probably shouldn't be doing this during game, but I don't really
Yes, slurp. Slurp is an evocative word that none of us really
Well, are you
want to
going
hear
to
right
put it
now.
on our level because we can't see it?
care. Oh, I'm putting it all on the GM level. Damn it. I've been meaning to put it on the map layer.
You
That's where it
fool.
belongs.
Well,
So
that's a
sorry,
big
guys.
bowl
I
of
clicked
blood.
the wrong thing.
Oof.
That's so much.
Okay.
Oh, yikes.
All right, great. That's good enough. That'll do. That's enough blood for now.
Everyone just take a turn with a paintbrush.
Okay.
Let's
And
polish this.
okay, beginning with Roz, as Silas
Big
just ended
monk.
his turn.
Okay. There's no point in doing anything except punching the ever-living crap out of this thing.
All right, let her rip.
Monkey
Also,
fist.
the moonbeam.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah. You do need to
I
make a con
wish.
save versus the moonbeam.
Oh yes.
Sorry.
That is an 8. I don't have saves, so I just rolled a straight con.
Yes.
I assume that's fine.
So the monkey doesn't get the bless.
The monkey is blessed.
And that would still only be max.
Yeah, I wouldn't
12.
make it. So that is
So-
18 damage to the monkey.
I am technically shapeshifted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
True.
I would have had disadvantage, and I think that also technically dispels my polymorph.
Oh,
It says
no.
it says a shape changer. I don't think
I'm
that
polymorph,
makes you a
that's-
shape changer. It reverts to its original form. No, we'll say it does.
I would simply say if this were my table.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So, unfortunately, the ape goes away, and Roz is now standing in its place.
Like mid big punch, and you just shift back into.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no.
You know-
So according to this shape changer is a specific stat block they're referring to.
Okay. So then, no,
Okay.
the monkey's still here, which is
Weird
what I would have
minority,
thought. Yeah,
I-
because I think
yeah.
a shape changer is you have aberrations and whatever monstrosities, yada yada, and then sometimes there's a subcategory of shape changer. So that
Oh,
would be
like a
stuff
werewolf or something
a
like that.
werewolf,
Like
or
a-
a fae, some fae creatures and things like that.
That makes sense.
Um,
Moonbeam. Yeah, that makes sense.
Or
Mimic.
like a changeling.
Right,
Yeah.
that's the word I was looking for. Changeling. Thank you.
Okay, big monkey fist first fist is a 19 to hit.
Okay. Hits.
All right. That's 27 points
Jesus.
of bludgeoning. Bam!
Jesus.
Second monkey fist, 22 to hit.
Hits.
23. 50
Jesus.
points of bludgeoning damage, all told.
Brutal.
Jesus.
Big monk.
Okay.
And there's no point in moving. We're locked tete-a-tete.
Do you want to get out of the moonbeam? Although
nah.
Shanty will probably move the moonbeam, right? Maybe.
Yes.
Okay. Now it's time for the corpse beast. Okay.
Playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots over here.
All right. This
you
thing
battle?
is going to make 2 gore smash attacks.
That sounds fine.
Yeah. This thing is actually going to make 2 gore smash attacks on the monkey. So let's see. I've got a 15 to hit
Hits.
and an 8 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, so number 1 is 15 bludgeoning damage to monkey. The second one misses, and then it is going to use constricting entrails. So a big loop of guts just like slaps out of this thing, and is going to go for. There are 1, 2, 3 of you in range. I'm just going to pick at random. 1 is Perdita, 2 is Shanty, 3 is Soren. 3 is Soren. Okay, this thing tries to loop a bunch of guts around Soren. That is a 19 to hit.
That just hits.
Excellent. Beautiful. All right, so first things first, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage and are grappled and restrained. And I believe you need a Shield of Faith concentration check.
Oh, yep, sure do. Sure do. Let me just go ahead and make this, hold on, I have so many things up. Oh my goodness. All right, that's gonna be a blamp. I have advantage from Warcaster, so that's a 15.
Okay, so that does make the save. Okay, so you maintain Shield of Faith on Shanty. Let's see, this thing has you restrained. It is going to make a slam against you. Please make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
DC 14 Constitution saving throw. That's a 10 plus bless.
Bless.
Guide me, saints.
Oh,
That's so sad.
So you
Alright.
take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as the entrails drag you closer and like slam you against the ground before like pulling you close against its
Ouch.
meaty,
Ouch.
slick body. Okay. Shanty.
Okie dokie. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this here moonbeam.
Oh, do I need to make another concentration check from
concentration.
the slam damage? Okay. That one's
Make the
fine.
save. Okay. Okay, Shanty.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the moonbeam.
Okay. Oh, you have control over it. I don't need it. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure, there's
I was
fine.
also trying to grab it.
Fair enough. Actually, I meant to. That's where I wanted it. Okay,
Okay.
cool. And then it's just like a pile of guts that have Soren.
So basically, what this thing is kind of, it basically looks like is sort of the, I don't know if you guys have seen season 3 of Stranger Things, but it's basically the thing that
Yes.
attacks them in the hospital.
that's
It's just
exactly
like
what I thought.
yeah,
Okay.
that is really the vibe we're going through here. So it's like, you know, it's made out of people parts, but not in any kind of people shape. So it has
Gross.
like teeth and mouths, but the mouths can open up on any of its appendages, right? But it's not just a blob, it's like making limbs out of meat, you know, and it's all turned inside out and grody. It is,
Roz would eat it.
you know, it's the final boss. What are you talking about? You know?
Gross. I'm gonna go ahead. Shanty is going to run up with her rapier
Okay.
to like right here and attempt to slice through it.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
All right. Let me go ahead and find where my stuff is. Sorry, Roll20's been super laggy for me today. Here we go. Oh, 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
That's bless.
You do have bless.
That's
Also, Monkey,
Yes.
I forgot to use one of its reactions when you hit it earlier. When the monkey fist slams into it, would have used its reaction to use its spitting spite and spit stomach acid at you. I need a dexterity save from the monkey, but go ahead and 13 from I'm doing like two things at once. 13 from Shanty does not hit. AC 14 on this thing. But I also need a DC 14 dex save from Monkey.
That's
from
a
before.
14.
Okay, you make the save, so you take 4 points of acid damage instead of 8.
Ooh.
As like you hit it and it just like spits, like a mouth opens up where you hit it and just spits human stomach acid at you. Very gross. Okay, so that's a rapier attack
Ew.
from Shanty and a bonus action to move the moonbeam. Anything else?
No, that's everything.
Okay. That brings us to Anna. That's not Anna. This is Anna. Come here. What is Anna gonna do? Ba 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 ba. Okay. No.
Fireball.
Okay.
Fireball. Fireball.
Where is everybody at? No, she's gonna do something better. She's gonna step over here.
Better
than
better
Fireball.
Than Fireball?
Yes. In fact, so she's going to once again use her second charge of Channel Divinity. I forgot to do this earlier. We could have buffed some hit points. She's going to use Channel Divinity for Radiance of the Dawn, but she has the Manifest Destiny ability. All allies within 30 feet of her regain 3d8 hit points.
Every time she uses
Every time she does
Divinity.
this. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
no, she can't do that because she had to take an extended rest and she hasn't had time for that. She used that ability in the fight with the dragon. Never mind. I lied.
That's
She
true.
is going to cast Fireball on the creature. I believe there's a spot she can put it where she won't hit anybody else. Yes, there is. So it's Fireball time, baby.
Yeah.
So it's got to make a dex save versus 31 damage.
Make that sausage sizzle.
You want to guess if this thing has a real great dexterity score?
I say no.
That is an
Guts.
18. It made the save with a
Oh.
negative
Oh,
1.
crap.
It rolled 19 minus 1 to get an 18.
Boo.
We can't see it, but it's just got a bunch of little ballet legs under there,
Yeah.
under the meat.
Yeah,
It's just doing little
yeah.
dances.
It has shaped all of the,
That's
like,
awful.
whatever cloth was remaining on the creatures has been shaped into tiny little tutus for each of its little legs. Okay,
Yes.
but that is still going to be 15 damage. Boom. Any bonus action? Yes, Anna is going to move her thing 20 feet over. It kind of has to live next to... It's fine. Okay, and then that is going to attack with a bonus action, spiritual weapon, 2nd level. Blammo. 26 hits for 6 damage. Perdita.
All right. Well, I think I've made a mistake. I think I didn't read this thing correctly because I have skirmisher.
Mhm.
All right. And that means as a reaction, I can move when something gets within 5 feet of me.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking that I did that at the beginning of my turn, but is that wrong? Should I have done it as soon as it moved
Is
into
a
the
It
square?
would have
reaction.
been when it moved, but I mean, I've gone back and picked up a reaction I missed, so I don't see why you
Well,
can't.
if you, and you didn't aim for me, so it didn't
Yeah.
matter. So Pixel. So Berdita is going to take advantage of that
Okay.
and move behind or over, to the thing.
Okay.
Which, having moved, I think that affects her steady aim because I moved on the last turn. Now.
I'd have
Yes.
to. Yeah, I will say it will.
So that
this.
blows my steady aim, but it gets me a little bit hidden.
Okay.
But also makes it able that I can use the bow on it.
Okay.
So I'm going to now I'm going back to my short bow. Yes. Yeah. And got myself a little bit of distance because I don't want to get killed. Okay.
Yeah, 20 hits.
A 20 hits. I do have sneak attack, so I have
I
24
do have a
sneak and-
quick question. Sorry. And it is your short bow magical? I don't think it is.
No, the short
Okay.
sword is.
Okay. All right. So finish your sentence then.
Well, so it's 34 points of damage. Do I look
Okay.
like I did 34 points?
It has.
damage?
I'm just going to tell you. It has resistance to non-magical damage. So you did half that.
Okay, so I did 34. That's 17. And so seeing that, I would say it needs magical damage to the room.
Okay.
But my +1 short sword is magical,
That is
right?
correct.
Alright.
Oh, and you know what? Polymorphed things don't count as magic, do they?
I don't think so.
So it actually gets some hit points back from the. You did
From the
27 and
punches.
23.
I did 50,
You did
so
50,
it
so it gets 25
Gets
back.
25.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
poopy drawers.
You're
Sorry, guys.
welcome.
And it looks like we probably are going to go a little long tonight. Is that okay with everybody?
Absolutely.
If anybody has like a
It's
hard
the-
limit, let me know.
It's the
That should be all
finale.
Well,
I don't think it's
poor
gonna go
baby,
too
we may have
far
to,
out of control.
To
Okay,
really
Soren.
give Shanti some grace.
I mean, when
if she
Soren
needs
starts
to be
laying,
gone.
80 damage in a turn into this thing, then it'll
my
die
night.
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, Soren, you're up.
Cool. Does it look like this thing is like going to eat me? Like is it pulling me into its
Oh,
jaws?
yeah. When you start your turn, whilst constricted, you are going to take.
Oh, great. Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you, me, for reminding him.
It's not. It doesn't roll. It just take you. Okay, this time you only took 5 damage.
Oh, great.
From as its many teeth begin to bite on you. And it's not like pulling you into its main mouth, which is snarling and slavering over everyone else, but like a second smaller mouth opens up in like the side of it that it's pulling you into and starts trying to chomp.
Ow, that's my wing. Oh, shit.
Wait. Wait.
Dislike chicken.
Okay, I had to do it.
I didn't understand that.
It tastes
I
like
got
chicken.
one of that.
Oh,
Okay, carry on. Sorry.
that's birdist. Cool. So first thing is let's bring the hammer over.
Okay.
For the bonus action.
The corpse beast is expressing anti-avian sentiment.
The gorilla says.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll never be on Twitter again.
Now they'd make him king of Twitter
Oh yeah,
or
that's
X.
right.
I'm sorry.
On the Muskian Twitter. Spiritual weapon thwack. That's a
17
17
hits.
for 11 force
And
damage.
that does full damage.
And then can I do an opposed athletics to break free of this here?
Yes, you can take your action to escape DC 14 to be
DC
grappled.
14.
You got less. You got
And this is not
less.
going to be opposed. It just if you make the escape, you make it.
Cool. Rad as hell. That's a 16.
Okay, so you are no longer restrained or grappled.
That's right. And if I could do other stuff, I would, just so you know. But I
Okay.
can't.
But you won't.
So I won't this time.
All right, Silas, you're up.
Okay, so Silas is going to run around the moonbeam this time because that
Okay.
feels smarter.
Sorry.
No, you're good. It's consistent damage and it's great. Yeah. So did I watch this thing spend its reaction? From what I can tell.
Yes.
Okay.
I need to make a
then
concentration check for the Shield of Faith, real quick. Sorry.
Yep.
From the
You're good.
From the
damage,
five
the bite
damage.
damage. That's an 18.
Makes it.
You did it. Okay. So first attack will be a rapier for
Okay.
a 22. Wish it was a nat 20, but
22
that's okay.
hits.
So 12 damage.
12 damage, and that is your +1, so it's magical.
Yep.
Okay.
Then I'm going to away from it.
Okay.
And use my blade singing extra attack to then shoot a firebolt
Okay.
right into its face.
Let her rip.
So that is a
Which
17
one?
to hit
That'll hit.
for 15 points of fire damage.
Brutal.
Kill it
Okay.
with fire.
Heck
All right, Monkey.
Did it
Big
look like the
monk.
fire did anything extra? Okay, never mind.
No, it just took normal damage from the fire.
2 attacks coming at 22
Okay.
and 26 to hit.
Both
Yes.
hit for sure.
That is a total of 48
Jesus.
reduced to 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Brutal. Massive damage. Okay. Okay. Anything else from Monkey?
I think that there's no point in doing anything other than being a big monkey.
Okay. Corpse Beast time. It starts in Moonbeam. Needs to make a save.
Any acid splash?
No, it's going to save its reaction this time. That is a 22 on the save. It does make the save.
Okay, so it takes. I had 8, so it's going to take 4.
So that is 4 damage.
4 radiant.
Okay. Let's see. This thing is. Oh man. This thing is going to. It is not that smart. It's not like that dumb, but it's also not that smart. So.
That thing's got at least 5 brains.
Oh, it actually had
inside of it,
advantage. Oh,
and
that
it's
didn't
not
matter.
smart.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they don't work together very well. This thing is gonna gore smash, but I think it's gonna give up on trying to take the monkey down. Actually, I'll just roll for it.
Aw.
Okay. 1 is Shanty, 2 is Soren, 3 is Monkey. It makes, I think, 2 gore smash attacks and the other thing. So we're gonna roll for all of them. So it's gonna be 3d3. First is a gore smash. Come on, roll. Okay, gore smash coming in against Shanty.
Am I getting grabbed again?
Okie dokie.
25 to hit
Slurp, slurp.
That hits.
for 17 bludgeoning damage. And I need
Yikes.
a concentration on Moonbeam, I think.
All right.
Second is Monkey. Gore smash coming in. 24 to hit
That hits.
for 16 bludgeoning damage.
Not even a problem.
And then entrails once again coming at Soren.
Am I just extra tasty? What's the deal?
Was really like chicken. It's only a 17 to hit.
It's that
fuck you.
clever repartee.
It doesn't have anyone grappled, so it can't
Oh,
slam.
no.
Okay, so there goes Moonbeam. Unless you want inspiration if you have it.
I do. I do have inspiration. That'd be great. Perfect. And it's D6? Or
No. It's
D4?
it's like chat inspiration. It's a full 1d20 reroll. It's like giving
Fuck
yourself
yes.
advantage.
15.
15.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know why I'm pro bono rules lawyering myself, but anyway.
Listen,
I'm trying to help
I
you out. It's
appreciate
fine.
you today.
I made a corpse beast fight you. You know, I gotta help you out. All right.
Oh.
So you maintain the save, and the 17 missed. That's it. Shanty, you're up.
Okie dokie. All right. Cool. I'll put in my damage in a second. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I guess keep Moonbeam right where it is on our friend. And let's see. How's everyone? Yeah. Let's see. Soren, you're detached at this point, right?
I'm down. Yeah, I'm not held on anymore. I'm at 44 hit points.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and make it not 44 hit points for you.
Thank you. I'm going to stab Soren and make it a little bit lower.
There it is.
With
Betrayal.
Okie dokie. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and use. Go ahead and use Cure Wounds and. Let's see.
Thank you kindly.
Of course, friend. We'll go ahead and do it at 1. Oh, I'm sorry, pals. Let's see. Okay.
I think you have +5,
Yeah, it would be +5.
so
Yeah.
7.
7. Thank you.
Cool. That brings me up to 51.
Cool.
And don't forget, you have bonus action Bard against Bow.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Yes, and I actually I will go ahead and grant that to you, Beast. And I'm just going to kind of look over at you and go,
Big, gigantic monkey thumbs up.
Okay. Anything else from Shanty?
yeah, I am going to go ahead and just kind of scooch back a little bit.
Okay.
I'm sure the tentacles are very long, but try to get out of grabby range as much as possible.
Yeah, it does have a range of 10 feet, so
So
you are
in
still
melee.
in
Yeah,
melee.
so that won't provoke, right?
Yeah, it won't. Okay, anything else from Shanty? We good?
That's it.
All right, Enna is going to... I mean, I think the smart move for Enna... Well... Okay, Enna's...
Fireball.
Yeah, Enna's going to 4th level. She's going to burn her 4th level slot to Fireball at a 4th level.
Bring the pain.
Okay, so that is 32 damage this time, which is pretty close to what it would have been last time, but that's fine. And this is a Dex 15 save. Will he make it this time? No. That was only an 11, so it's going to take 32 damage from the highest level fireball your light cleric can cast. Oh boy, it's looking rough. It's gonna, I guess Enna's gonna spiritual weapon.
What does it smell like?
That's a crit. Okay. Hot damn.
Ooh.
Get it.
Okay. Damn. This thing is like on death's door here, guys. That was 9 plus 7. All right, Perdita, you're up.
All right.
Sneak attack.
Perdita yowls again. All the Hiskers outside know something really important is happening. And she races up right next to it because she knows it's got to be magic to do a full damage. And she is going to take her short sword and have at it,
Okay.
aiming for the big mouth if she possibly can, or as close
Sure.
as she can get. And that is a 19 to hit for
Okay.
28 points of damage.
All right, Perdita.
Yes.
How do you want to do this?
Yes.
So as Perdita races up to it and yowls at the most Hiskari yowl she has, she plunges her +1 short sword into it and she says, "You took my Edmund from me and I am taking all of you and I will be killing you forever." And she smacks the thing in it. She's so excited. She hardly knows what she is saying.
Yeah.
She wishes she could say something as clever as Soren, but she'll have to do her poor best.
Yeah, and as Perdita races over and leaps at the creature with her short sword drawn, sinking the blade deep, deep into the creature, it spasms and lashes out. Blood and bile sort of splatter all across this beautiful church. Some of the pews are like melted by the stomach acid that dribbles out of the thing. And with one slow dying gurgle,
We will be back.
I can't hear you.
I didn't catch that. I'm sorry.
it said we will be back.
All right.
I know it's hard to hear, but I do my best.
As
Okay.
she stands there, and naturally this blood and all this gore splattered around on Perdita, you hear the yowl stops, but she says in a sad and poignant whisper, "Elster," and bows her head.
And with that, the fight is over.
Soren looks around the bloodstained chapel. He looks towards the shrines of Saint Gaed. Hallelujah.
Is that Doc Brandon?
And you, as the creature dies, hear the cheers going up outside as the last of Saxton forces are routed and begin to flee. And you've won.
Yes.
That- Silas drops both haste and polymorph and just falls spread eagle on the ground and just starts maniacally crying and laughing.
And sorry, go ahead.
Roz takes a bite out of the corpse beef.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Alrighty. And the soldiers who have survived begin to rush into the church. Joyous celebration. People are exhausted. Everyone has lost friends and almost lost everything, but despite both the battles in here and out there being hard won, they have emerged victorious. And I think time sort of begins to blur from that moment. We have the word of what happens in Gravesford spreads throughout the barony. Over the next days and weeks, any loyalists to Saxton are dealt with, either run into hiding or unfortunately killed if must be, but the forces loyal to Edmund move on towards Bedegar itself. Without their leaders, the forces that were loyal to Saxton and Bedegar are unable to mount a significant defense, the ones that don't already flee, and Bedegar Keep is retaken, and Edmund takes his place as the young Baron. Silas is the Count of Rend. And Rend is sort of a new power center in this part of the world. Given the damage that Saxton had done to Bedegar itself, both from the war effort, the destruction of Territon, and his iron rule over Bedegar Keep, Rend shines like a beacon of hope, even from within the woods. And as we go through the next sort of days and months, kind of putting Edmund back on the throne and beginning to put things back together here in Bedegar, even with the knowledge that things to the north in Dalrath are still not necessarily where they need to be. We have a few minutes here to kind of do a bit of wrap up. I don't know what order you guys want to go in. There's opportunities for any scenes you want to do with each other. And as we kind of find out where our characters will go next, moving on from here.
I think that it would be imperative for Perdita to go with Edmund to Bedegar, but I would think that before she went, she would canvass the group to find out what everyone else is doing. Do we all go with Edmund, or do some of you stay here? Because she is not finished with this group of people. So what would... but I think she would have to go with Edmund, at least to get him to Bedegar.
Silas, is for the time being maintaining his position at Castle Rend and trying to make sure that the lands kind of under his purview are taken care of. There are some things he wants to check up on, but maybe we can handle that here in a bit.
Soren's long-term plans are obviously to return to the north, but in the wake of victory, I think he sticks around Rend to, spend time with his friends and also gather forces to take north into Dalrath.
Perdita
Maybe-
would definitely want to talk to him.
Maybe petition Edmund for aid as well as Regent of Bedegar.
Okay.
I think Roz has spent her immediate days following the battle, mostly in the training room, attempting to get a feel for her new body. And I think anyone could notice that Gear has been showing her a few moves, and that they've been spending a little more time together, and that Roz in her new orcish body seems to have a chemical attraction to the handsome half-orc man. And I think we pan to Orin picking his teeth in a dark corner with an old rat bone. Yeah, I always wanted a sister-in-law. That's not so bad. Big feet. Yeah, I like that.
And nearby, Garx Brook says, "Can I have that when you're done with it?"
Well, Shanty has finally found family, and she's not really eager to lose that, but understands everyone has to kind of do their own thing. So I think, if you'll have her, Silas, for right now, she kind of wants to hang around for a bit in your service, and at some point probably try to catch up with Celebane and try to work on, make an earnest effort at reconciliation and rekindling a relationship with him.
Yeah, I hate to have to speak here, but I think Enna and Arrow continue to stay in the chapel that they've built as part of the stronghold at Castle Rend. Arrow continues to grill many a cheese, and once the psionic crystal is sort of thrown back his way after the final fight when it wasn't used. Anyway, yeah.
I think Roz would also call a final meeting of the Court of Rend.
Yeah. And Perdita would want to be back there for that, for certain.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Perdita would have asked for all the troops and things that she could have that would go, and on Edmund he would have asked so that, we would have gotten him on the throne and gotten him settled with all the help we could get.
Yeah, and of course, his faithful bodyguard, Sherrick McTrippledippy, is the Aasimar paladin who was born a human but became an Aasimar. Guards over him most, with utmost focus. Yeah, so you are calling a final meeting here. Yeah.
It occurs to me that I think that Perdita would also have asked that all of the mush left from that thing could have been gathered up as a special and wonderful treat for Garx.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I deserve that
Fair.
for making you fight that thing.
He's eaten for days.
Yeah, you feed it to Garx, and Garx is now the size of a wagon.
Yes.
So Garx can take the form of a wagon or like a dining room table. He grows massive and fat on the bodies of those.
Guys, did we just
you
make
had
Herbie?
slain.
Did we just get our very own Herbie?
I think so. I
Also,
love it.
you do get some magic items off these corpses. There's like a +2
A talking
maul.
car.
I think the only one they had was that Lord Saxon has a +2 maul. I think everything else is not magical. But yeah, you begin this final meeting. I will also point out a couple of things that just sort of, we don't address these necessarily, but they're things that sort of hang in the air. Ajax is certainly going to notice that one of his prelates has vanished under mysterious circumstances in the barony of Bedegar. And of course, Dalrath is under siege by the same creatures which have caused so much havoc here in Bedegar. However, I think those of you in the court gather maybe in Silas's tower, perhaps, where you won't be bothered for the last sort of full and final meeting of the Court of Rent for the time being.
Before we go on to this kind of last part, did
Sure.
Silas ever get word back from his inquiry that was made? Inquiry?
Yes, he does. And it arrives in the form of a letter. I think maybe as the others are like wending their way up the stairs of the tower, Silas is opening a letter that has arrived with the seal of the clock on it. Clearly has come from Two Buckle. And as you read it, Silas, you are somewhat shocked. The assassin who killed your mentor was an elf. And he killed your mentor as ordered by your mentor's former people for teaching you the Blade Song. For sharing those secrets with someone who was not one of them.
Okay. Silas is gonna kind of fold that paper, put it in his kind of coat pocket as the rest of the crew kind of walks in. And he actually has on his desk, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 8 small packages. And I think as everybody comes in, Roz is the one who called the meeting, so I think as the voice of Rand, I'd let her start.
And the voice of Rend has changed a little bit, but has grown no quieter. Looking out into the courtyard, the dappled flags of the survivors of the siege of Gravesford, the allies of the Court of Rend, and high up above, addressing them from the tower, flies another flag, the flag of the Court of Rend. Its colored diamonds representing an alliance of individuals who were committed to heroic deeds and have given hope and freedom to this part of the world. And shouting over the wind for all to hear, the voice of Rend, Roz Hiskers herself. Hear, everyone, we are victorious. The Court of Rend has given to the people this day a victory we all share, that we can all hold in our hands. I speak now to announce the Count of Rend, Silas Blackhand. He has led us to this moment, but each of us owns this victory together. It is through thoughtful leadership that we have succeeded, through suffering, through sacrifice, and through the death of our allies who have paid with their lives, the lives that they had but one to give, lives which were precious We honor them now. 3 cheers I ask of you. The first, hurrah! The second, hurrah!
Hurrah!
The third and
Hurrah!
loudest, hurrah!
Hurrah!
And she bows an exceedingly deep bow, her hair scraping the stone of the tower floor as she shuffles back to present the rest of the Court of Rend to raucous cheering.
And as this is going, Silas is going to actually start opening some of these packages, and with his prestidigitation cantrip, amplify his voice so everyone can hear, as he can't get as loud as Roz naturally, but he still wants to be heard. And he starts with the youngest member of the Court of Rend, Edmund, and he pulls out a small medallion, gold-plated. On the front is the sigil of Bedegar, and on the back is his sword, the sword that Silas gifted to him. And he says in this voice to everyone to see, Edmund, as you know, the man who raised me was not my father. And while my youth was difficult, it taught me that family can be whatever you choose. I will never replace your brother, but I hope I can fill his role, and that can bring you peace. Keep training and listen to Perdita. She knows best. He then moves to Inna and gives her a similar looking medallion. On the front is the symbol of her faith, and on the back is a shining sun. And he says, Inna, the soul of Rend, you've been my friend for a long time, and while many years my senior, I've seen you grow into an incredible person. Thankful you for your unrelenting optimism and your willingness to love, and I'll look to Twilight, despite what you faced. I believe those are a blessing that not even the gods can provide. I take out the next one. This is a medallion. It has a large vocal box, almost like a megaphone. And then on the back, it has a cat's claw. And it says, Roz, the voice of Red, my loyal steward. Thank you for your tenacity and your support for everyone here. Remember, no matter what form you take or how the world sees you, in our eyes, you are first and foremost our friend. And Hercules would be very proud. He moves on with another one. This one has on it a eye. On the back, it then has a bow and a sword kind of crossed. And he says, Perdita, the eyes of Rend, and my eyes and ears. While I'm master of misdirection, there's no one I trust more to keep me honest. Thank you for guiding Edmund. I'm sure he will grow into a fine man one day. He takes out another one. This one has on the front a bear. On the back, it has a fungus, mushroom, and on top of that, a pan flute. And he says, Shanty, the spirit of Rend, thank you for brightening our hearts and charming your way into our family. Your humility and perseverance in the face of extreme danger has been a source of inspiration to me and all of Castle Rend. I hope you choose to stay a part of our family, but whatever adventure takes you, remember you always have a home here. Soren, the hand of Rend. I will never forget how you took me under your wing, and for that I'm forever in your debt. And he just gives Soren a hug.
Soren hugs, and Elian would be proud of the man you are today.
Silas is trying not to cry. And he pulls a medallion. This one has on the front a symbol of Saint Gaia the Confessor, and on the back a winged angel-like figure holding a warhammer. And he says, "The kindness you've showed me is more than even a lion was able to do. And while I miss him, I'm happy that we grew as close." And he, again, trying not to cry. And then he dumps out 3 more. One of them has the symbol of the Court of Rend, the diamond with the black fist. And on the back, it has a rapier. And he says, "This is mine." Nothing special to say there. But these 2 are for the ones who couldn't make it. And one of them has a fist in a gust of wind. On the back of it is a temple. And one of them has a large man holding stoutly a great sword. And on the back, his Solomon's symbol. And he says they will get these again one day. And then he looks to his friends and his family, and he gives everybody a huge hug. And he turns back to the crowd and he says, "This is what saved us. And this is what we should be proud of. And I can't thank you enough for the sacrifices that you made." And then he ends his speech.
Roz steps back up to address the crowd. "And now we have earned a celebration!" And she takes a few running steps and leaps headfirst out of the tower. She casts hallucinatory terrain into the sky for 150 feet to make the entire sky above the Castle Rend full of dazzling fireworks as she feather falls into the courtyard to kick off the party.
And a great cheer goes up, heard for miles throughout the woods as we pan away from Castle Rend. As we pan up, we see the semi-smoking ruin that is currently Gravesford, but they will rebuild. And I think it sort of like fades to black. And then we see a simple country road. And we watch 2 simple leather shoes walk down the country road. Simple, not, adorned, but well made. They stop in the road. And as we pan up, we see, as far as the peasants are concerned anyway, fine pants going up to a vest that is embroidered and a shirt. We see a bald man staring at what used to be his house. And Farmer Carrick, the wealthiest man in all of Gravesford, stares at the wreckage of a mind flayer nautiloid smoking in the ruins of where his house was. And it fades to black and the credits roll.
Had to land somewhere.
Alrighty, folks. Well, that is the end of our Regent of Bedegar campaign. Thank you so much, everyone. Personally, I want to thank all of our players who have joined us from the beginning of Castle Rend all the way to here. You all pass now into the select group of people, some of you, this is not the first time, select group of people who have ever finished a Dungeons and Dragons campaign and it didn't completely fall apart. So you tack that into your chalk one up for perseverance of the crowd. Thank you guys so much to all of you for sharing your talents and creativity with us. We're not going to rate anybody tonight. To those who are maybe watching this on YouTube or in the community, I don't know what we're doing next. We will figure it out. But if you have been hanging out with us and like what we do and are interested in, playing with us, there may be some opportunities to join our streams. But I don't yet know. We might be playing D&D. I might try another system. Not going to make any full calls here. But just to say thank you so much to all of our players and all of you who supported us and have watched us, even the newbies. If you are new and you're just now with us, all of our backlog of campaigns are on YouTube. Before we leave, we're not going to raid out tonight, but before we leave, I would like everyone to remind folks who they were for the last time, for the time being anyway, who they have been and where they can be found, if indeed they can be found, of course, starting with Bonus Mom.
Well, I'm Bonus Mom, and I was honored and privileged to be in both Siege of Castle Rend and Regent of Bedegar. I played Perdita, a female tabaxi rogue, and it has been the adventure of a lifetime. She has grown from a fat, indolent, lazy, hopeless cat into a tabaxi woman of strength and power and awesomeness. And I was very honored to be a part of her life. I appear many places on the internet. You can find me everywhere, but somehow, as I use my tail, my very precious tail, to wipe the tears from Perdita's eyes, I just can't find that very important right now. So thank you for being with me, and I will see you soon.
All right, Kyla.
Hey everyone, I'm Kyla, and in this campaign I was Shanty, who was a druid and bard in our party, and I was just super happy to be a part of this. And listening to part one, the first campaign, and then actually getting to participate in the second one was a dream, honestly. So thanks for hanging out, and hope to see you again soon. Oh, I can be found under Kaiju2 on the internet.
Excellent. Jacob.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jacob. I have played Soren Fairtalon, the Owlin cleric paladin, who some could say maybe there was definitely a character development arc, a positive arc, I don't know, maybe got a little bit more intense, but an arc nonetheless. I've been lying to you the whole time. You can find me on the Ages of Einor Discord, as have we met. I've been here the whole time.
Wait, are you secretly Sam Reich in a trench coat?
Surprise. I'm Sam Reich of Dropout and College Humor.
I knew it.
He's been here the whole time.
I've been here the whole time. I maybe in the near to distant future may try and start running some like Pathfinder one-shots. I've been considering it as things have kind of heated up. But who knows? Either way, I've had so much fun and I'm so happy to be back.
Excellent. Beast.
Oh my goodness, I'm Beast, and I was Raz Iskers. I was Raz Iskers. I was also and but you can watch all the episodes to see the manifold changes that Raz has undergone, 3 of which were in this last episode. So thanks for hanging out. What a treat. I played this module stuff with a previous character before who was also in here. I was also Oren Orenson, the gross little human ranger. And what a treat this has been. I'm repeating myself. You can find me on Bonus Mom's Tavern Discord. And I'm also looking to run some Warfare one-shots that I have been putting together. I'll come to the Discord to find out when that happens, or keep watching the Twitch channel. Love you all, and thank you very much.
Excellent. And Jesse.
Oh, well, my name's Jesse. I played Silas. Call me Krylus. This has been a amazing experience. You guys are super cool people, and I am so happy to be able to be here. So it's been great. So it's so cool to meet a bunch of new people and then do something that's weirdly in its own way kind of like personal almost, even though you're in a character, and then bond over fake tragedy. So it's been a lot of fun, but you guys have been awesome, and I can't wait to play something else with you at some point. So but thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Well, I have been Pixel, your GM, your Lord Saxton, your Corpse Beast, and whatever other horrors and monstrosities our heroes have faced. And yeah, it's been an absolute delight playing with all of you. Your endless creativity and commitment to what we do has been
special
tremendously
shout
fun.
to our 2 members who did play with us.
Well,
Taylor
3 members actually, and I was going to get there.
Okay.
Beast is out here
bad.
preempting me. Yes, we do want to shout out those who couldn't be with us tonight. Taylor, who wasn't able to be here. Daniel, she played Enna, the elf cleric. Daniel, who played Solomon, who due to work schedule had to leave us a little while back. And just a brief shout out to Mackenzie, who played Farron in Siege of Castle Rend. All of you are, of course, part of the Court of Rend family. And yeah, thank you guys so much. This has been an absolute joy. I'm sure we will be filling something else in our slot, but it may be a few weeks before we know what that is. There may be some one-shots in the meantime, and while I kind of put together and figure out what the next campaign will be, we do also have our Curse of Strahd game currently going on the opposite week. So next Friday will be Curse of Strahd, and then 2 weeks after that will be Curse of Strahd. The Friday in the middle may or may not have something. It probably has a one-shot. Who knows? But keep an eye out on the Discord for that, and that's it. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you,
and
Pixel.
sticking with us.
Mhm. Thank you,
And-
Pixel.
Thank you, Pixel.
Pixel.
Way to go.
Yay, yay, yay.
Huzzah. Yeah. Thank you. That's the end. The end. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still